We're through the first wave of free agency. What does the NFL, what does the league think about what the Jets have done? Well, we've got the perfect guest to dive into the deep end of that pool. Boy Green Daily starts now.
I'm going to lose my gosh darn bananas. Boy Green Daily starts now. Zoinks!
Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Let's go!
Put your seatbelts on. Get ready for the ride. We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Paul Leston Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. Welcome to Boy Green Daily, a daily New York Jets video show, also available wherever you find your podcasts. If you're watching on YouTube, hit that like button as soon as you come in. Make it a part of your daily routine. That helps get this Jet show in front of other Jet fans out in the audience that haven't had the pleasure of enjoying it yet. Also, hit that subscribe button. We are 20 subscribers away. Some 21 subscribers away from 8,500. So help us get over there. We'd love to celebrate a few milestones on the program today. Speaking of, real quick, let me give a quick shout out to Mother Effing Chew, who just gifted a Boy Green Coffee Club membership off the top row. That is excellent. That membership, by the way, went to RJ De La Cruz, who is now a member of the Boy Green Coffee Club. Welcome, my friend, and we'll add that to the pile for your raffle tickets, MFC. Appreciate it. A great start to a Sunday episode here on Boy Green Daily. All right, everybody, let's get to our very special guest here. By the way, that's 7 raffle tickets for you, MFC. Let's get to our very special guest here on the program. He is an NFL insider extraordinaire, and, you know, he's often imitated. And quite frankly, his place of business is often mispronounced between two ferns, between two hashtags, between a lot of things. But I know it's between two hash marks. I'm very aware. And he's very aware. And he is our NFL insider. And you can find more information in the YouTube description down below with a direct link to his Substack. Only a few people got that. But for the few people it did, wink at the camera. Let's bring him in. It's Matt Lombardo, baby, here this morning. Matt?
Boy Green Coffee Club, happy Sunday, happy free agency. What a week for the Jets. How's everybody feeling?
You know, that's an interesting question. For me, I'm feeling pretty good. I like a lot of the things the Jets have done, but I'm curious what the league thinks about what the Jets have done here, because there's a lot of volume here. If you look at the Jets, I mean, they've made a ton of free agent signings since the period has opened up here, and quite frankly, I mean, the Jets needed it. I mean, they're coming off of 3-14 years, one of the worst years they've had in their franchise history. But you look at this list. I mean, I have 11 guys on this list of Joseph Asai, Demario Davis, Kingsley Enagbare, Dane Belton, Nashawn Wright, Kanae Nwanwu bringing back, Andrew Beck bringing back, Xavier Newman, Chukwuma Okorafor, Andre Sisco, Max Mitchell, Minka Fitzpatrick, obviously, via trade. They've made additions on offense. They've made additions on defense, but mostly defense so far for the New York Jets here, Matt. Let me ask you, one of the most interesting ones to me, to start off the top here, I'm curious what you and the rest of the league thinks about this, is Nashawn Wright. What an interesting story. A guy who was a Pro Bowler last year, but prior to last year, he only had 3 starts in the first 4 years of his career. So it's sort of a international man of mystery. And he signs a 1-year deal for $5.5 million max value here with the Jets. What do you and the rest of the league think about this, Cat?
Yeah, Paul, I look at Nashawn Wright, and I put out a column on Thursday afternoon of kind of the underrated, under-the-radar free agent signings that could really be looked back upon in September or next January as the big moves, the moves that really shape teams and shape the trajectory of franchises. I have Nashawn Wright right in that category because I think it might have been best signing that the Jets made. Not just because of the fact that this is a defense that didn't pull down an interception last year, and he led the league among cornerbacks, tied for the league with 5 interceptions, always around the football. But he's a big, lengthy cornerback, the kind of defensive back that defensive coordinators covet. Thought he had a really, really solid season. The numbers bear that out in Chicago. The first time that he's really had an expanded role. But I think he's also just a piece of a really important puzzle, because you and I, dating back to last August, we're talking about what are they going to do at safety? Who's going to step up? What's going to happen there? Well, they went out and they saw that the Dolphins needed to cut cap space because they needed to free up money to go get Malik Willis. They're able to bring in Minka Fitzpatrick, who's a leadership player, really productive last year, even at an advanced age. They bring in Dave Belton, who's 25. They bring in Wright. And you look at how the Detroit Lions have won over the last couple of years, how they especially dominated on defense when Aaron Glenn was the defensive coordinator. It was in the secondary. And I think that in the span of, even after trading away Sauce Gardner at the deadline, through these moves in free agency, you've now built out to secondary and a safety group in particular that went from being one of the biggest weaknesses to one of the top 5 deepest position groups on the roster. So you might finally be importing the type of personnel at the type of positions that you need to maximize Aaron Glenn's system.
Blessed be he, Matt Lombardo. Blessed be he, because, last year with Sauce Gardner, you felt good about him, but there was a lot of question marks all over the place. And now, fast forward a year later, and they figured it out with a combination of trade and signing. And hell, there's also the draft right around the corner, too, which could be another factor as well in all of this here. Now, this is, we knew, or we felt very strongly that the Jets were going to add a linebacker to this group. It sorely needed it. Quincy Williams was set to leave, and he did. Signed a 2-year deal, maximum $17 million value with the Cleveland Browns, reuniting him with Rudy, Mike Rutenberg, his old linebackers coach here with the Jets in Cleveland as their new defensive coordinator. That made a lot of sense. But there was some debate amongst Jets fans who the linebacker should be. Should they go top shopping for a Devin Lloyd, perhaps? He ended up in Carolina. Alex Anzalone, all these connections to Aaron Glenn. Is that the move? And then one I mentioned a week ago, Pat, I still found the old back there, Demario Davis. I know he's, thank you. And he's a little older, but I said, Demario Davis, he's the leadership they seem to be looking for. And people said, Paul, why would Demario come here? You're an idiot. And I get called that every day. But on this day, perhaps not an idiot, because Demario Davis comes here. That was one of the first moves the New York Jets made. And again, 37, that's up there. But boy, he had more tackles than he's ever had last year. So it sounds like a fine wine. He's getting a little better with age. What'd you make about Demario Davis taking his talents from the Bayou to the Big Apple?
Yeah, I think it's one of these leadership signings, which you pointed to. This was a franchise, this was a locker room that needed strong veteran leaders, and they really lacked it a year ago. If Aaron Glenn is comfortable with Demario Davis at age 37, the production was obviously there, and we've heard him this week talk about, how much that you loved Demario Davis when he was in New Orleans, when they were with the Saints together. So there's a lot of familiarity there. Look, if I were the Jets, if I were Darren Mookie, this is one of these signings that you make if you're trying to build a culture. This is the kind of signing you probably should have made if there was a Demario Davis type of player available last year when you're importing Aaron Glenn, when you're trying to reset the culture, reset the franchise. I would have liked to see them get a little bit younger at linebacker, because I think that this defense needs a lot of pieces at a lot of different places, linebacker especially one of them. But if it's a short-term deal, you bring him in. If he can come close to close to 112 tackles or whatever it was a year ago, to that sort of production this year, then you get what you get out of him, and you look to add a linebacker next year. It's a short-term addition, and that kind of plays to what I heard from a former front office executive from the New York Jets. And I think that the Demario Davis signing really falls into that category. Aging player, productive player, veteran player. He told me, quote, the Jets should be improved, but it seems that they put a lot of Band-Aids on short-term deals to try to get everyone one more year, unquote. And this feels like part of that strategy, if that's the strategy, because there's no real future with Demario Davis. He's not going to be your linebacker in 2028, but if he has a great year in 2026 and he elevates the rest of the defense, Darren Boogie's not going anywhere, right? And you're not firing Aaron Glenn if you win 7 or 8 games. And I think we'll talk about Gino Smith, I'm sure, but if you're not getting Fernando Mendoza, if you're not getting one of the top quarterbacks, winning 7 or 8 games just might be enough to save everybody's job and stave off Woody Johnson's impatientness to move on from everybody.
That's for sure. Again, it is a dueling identity, so some Jet fans may say, because Aaron Glenn needs to win games right now to save his football life. Darren Muji's like, ooh, that 2027 NFL draft, though. So, again, there is this dueling thing happening here. I'm sure Darren doesn't just want to win a handful of games either, because that's on his resume, just as it is with Aaron Glenn potentially as well. Before we get to Gino Smith, whoa, mama, I see a yellow brick super chat coming in here every time we get one of those. Here from my daughter, Zariah Luna.
Wow.
Yes, Hop on Pop 22 with a $10 super chat saying, hey now, take that like button to Pound Town. Yes, that's a free way to contribute, everybody. So thank you so much for joining us so far. We have 150 people in the room, and 100 of those 150 are watching right now on YouTube. So again, like the video. Appreciate that. Hop on Pop, a bunch of raffle tickets for you, my friend, to our contest, which very much appreciated. You're now up to 6 raffle tickets for our contest. Thank you kindly. Matt, you said it. You mentioned Gino Smith, so let's get into it. And Papa, thank you so much for the super chat coming in here on the program. Let's go for the quarterback of the defense, and DeMario Davis to the quarterback of the offense, and Gino Smith. The Jets were connected to no less than 45 names this offseason, and in draft, trade, signing. Who could possibly have a pulse and also play quarterback for the New York Jets this year? And the Jets identify Las Vegas Raiders quarterback Gino Smith. It seemed like they were just going to sign him in free agency. They get a little frog in, say, you know what, let's just get a trade to lock him in and be able to secure his services. They do that, and they trade for him, and now Gino Smith is back, baby. After leaving, after his final season in 2016, now he's back a decade later in 2026. It's sort of an insane story that, quite frankly, I don't even know if my brain has fully wrapped that around, even though I've heard him do press conferences and interviews since. I'm not quite sure if I'm all the way there, if I've completely accepted the fact that that is the reality, but it is. So, Matt, I am curious to hear what everyone thinks about, including yourself, on Gino Smith to the Jets 2.0.
Yeah, I had a rival executive tell me that he thinks the offense is going to be better because Gino can run Reich's system with more pocket passing, more tight end passes, and this is the type of signing that leads to the Jets being an improved team, unquote. So, you look at that backdrop of where they were and what they got out of Justin Fields and what they got out of the mediocrity the rest of the way last year. And of course, Geno Smith is going to bring a competent presence. Of course, he's going to elevate the offense. It's just, this is not the type of signing, in my opinion, that advances the ball. And maybe that wasn't the Jets' goal. Maybe that wasn't Darren Moogie's goal. Maybe the goal all along was to get a bridge. I would have just liked to have seen them be a little bit more aggressive to get a bridge like I've said on the show that I think Tanner McKee's upside is limited, but he has some upside, right? Mm-hmm. You can look at running a run-based system with Breece Hall. I would have called the Minnesota Vikings and offered a 6th-round pick for J.J. McCarthy as a bridge because he's still on his rookie contract, that it's an affordable deal, and who knows? You're not winning in 2026 anyway. Take a wild card. Buy a scratch-off ticket. Go get J.J. McCarthy, see if you can fix him. Geno Smith, you bring him in, and we talk about what was the goal for this year. If the goal was to win 6 or 7 games and get yourself to the point where next year with those 3 first-round picks, you feel a lot more comfortable trading 2 of them to go up to number 1 overall to take Arch Manning or take the number 1 quarterback, then mission accomplished with Geno Smith because the offense is going to be more prolific. It's going to be more consistent. You're going to involve, the tight end position a little more. You're going to have a better, more competent NFL quarterback to connect with Garrett Wilson. Maybe you get more out of A.D. Mitchell than you got, when you first pulled off that trade last year. It just seems like this wasn't a move that advanced into the future, which I thought was going to be one of the missions to at least evaluate the future in 2026.
Yeah, I want to get your thoughts on this because you have a lot of connections to Philadelphia. Yesterday, Rich Cimini of ESPN, has covered the Jets for nearly 40 years, He joined Gary Myers. Gary Myers hosts a show now that he's in the offseason. It's only every once in a while, free agency special, a draft special. And he hosted his show, the Saturday Huddle, yesterday. He brought Rich Cimini on, and he was asking Rich, like, what else was there in the quarterback? Like, what other waters did they explore? And Rich Cimini says the Jets did call up the Eagles about Tanner McKee, but the price that he heard, that the Jets heard on Tanner McKee, was a second-round pick. I'm like, a second-round pick? What the? A guy who came in as a sixth-round pick, and he started, 2 games in his career? They're asking for a second-round pick? Now, I want to know whatever you know about this, Matt, because on one hand, sometimes you just give a price that's ridiculous because you don't want to lose the player. And you just set a line in the sand and say, well, fine. Sure, I'll trade him a second-round pick. And teams are like, I wouldn't pay that. Well, okay. Well, then I guess he's staying. So they just make this price. And if someone is willing to pay the unreasonable price, they go, sure. All right, great. I guess if you would do that, we'll do it. But sometimes they set a price just because they want to set something, but they know that no team will approach it. So they get to keep the player. Or maybe they were legitimately saying, yep, second round pick, buddy. That's the only way it's happening. So, have you heard anything on this Tanner McKee thing? It sort of seems like, again, the hay's in the barn now. The Jets are clearly going in a different direction here. But second round pick, does that surprise you to hear that?
There seems to be a lot of that going on this offseason, right? Because you look at in Philadelphia, I think that Tanner McKee, they legitimately view him as a Jalen Hurts insurance policy. And it wouldn't surprise me to see the Eagles draft a quarterback in the second or third round this year to kind of have it waiting in the wings, just based on how much the offense regressed last year. So I can see them valuing Tanner McKee in a similar way to what you're saying is, hey, you want Tanner McKee? He's probably a fourth-round talent based on what we've seen on film and the limited, opportunities he's had in regular season games. But we value him. So if you give us a second-round pick, you can have him. It's the same thing with Tyson Bagent and the Chicago Bears. Because I look at Tyson Bagent, I look at the profile, I look at the track record or lack thereof, and I say, hey, call up and offer them a fourth-round pick, and the Bears will be thrilled. But at the Combine, Ben Johnson basically talked about he was his long-lost son in the building, and they love having Tyson Bagent in there, and he's integral to the quarterback room. And Ryan Poles is talking about how we expected to hear calls on Tyson Bagent. But if you want Tyson Bagent, it's going to cost you a second-round pick. So I think that what we're seeing is teams value having that developmental quarterback in the room, in the building, just in case something happens to a Jalen Hurts, just in case something happens to a Caleb Williams. And I think that that's why the asking price for these backup quarterbacks has ballooned to a second-round pick. It used to be back in the day, if you have a quarterback who you drafted in the fourth round and he played for, 3 games, you'd be thrilled to get a third-round pick for him or get your fourth-round pick back. It was like you're going to develop him and then invest him for a pick later on to use in a different player. Now it just seems like, given the way the quarterback position is viewed around the league, even the backups, the young backups, carry insane value.
Apparently so. Again, we're speaking with our NFL insider, Matt Lombardo. Again, there's a direct link in the YouTube description down below to his Substack that you should click and support. Matt joins us throughout the offseason around these 10-pole events to give us the latest on everything that he is hearing. And I would say a sense from Jet fans when they look at this free agency group that the Jets have hauled in here is that it lacks a little bit of sizzle. There isn't an Alec Pierce. There isn't a Trey Hendrickson. There's not this massive splash. Now, they've signed a lot of guys. Again, we talked about volume, quantity over quality. So they've gotten a lot of guys, and the roster needed it, but it didn't quite have that sizzle. It didn't have that star power. Quarterbacks always get extra attention, of course, for natural reasons, but they haven't had that kind of offseason. That's sort of the temperature I read when I look at this group overall. What's the league say?
Yeah, that's kind of where I am as well. And I'll just go back to the former front office member of the Jets who said it seems like the Jets will be improved, but a lot of Band-Aids and short-term deals to try and get everyone one more year. But I also spoke to a scouting director in the AFC. It's part of the Monday Morning 4 Downs column tomorrow if Jets fans want to check it out. I basically reached out to the league and asked, okay, take your situation, your building, and what you guys did off the table, which team helped themselves the most? And a scouting director told me that the Jets, quote, adding star value is great, but good teams are good because they have depth and production from multiple players. The offensive line, the running back room, the tight end group, they're all set. You can get wide receivers in the NFL draft, unquote. So I think that what the Jets did here is you look at what they did at safety. You look at what they did at edge rusher, bringing in Enagbare and Osai. I'm not all in on Osai. I think that the ceiling is there, but I think that it was a lot of money to try and see if you could get the ceiling when Odafe Owe is out there, when Joey Bosa was floating out there on a mercenary for hire type of type of signing. But it just seems like this offseason was about adding depth, sprinkling talent in at positions where you needed it. And the bottom line is, it seems like they're telegraphing that the core of this team is going to be built over the 5 first-round picks over the next 2 years. Maybe we were all, especially me, a little bit foolish to think that they were going to throw a bunch of money at Trey Hendrickson and go and get, Romeo Doubs and go and get, Jaquan Brisker and all of these top free agents at the top of the market. Maybe it was just about improving this year and investing all of those first-round picks into a sustainable core and spending to build next year.
So let's get into what I would say is the largest hole remaining for the Jets heading into the draft. We're still about 6 weeks out, give or take. It's wide receiver. The Jets, apparently, according to team sources from Zach Rosenblatt of The Athletic, the Jets told themselves they were not going to attack the top of this wide receiver market because they believe that's where people overpay the most in free agency. So they wanted to wait out the market. And right now their strategy could be working depending on how out we're talking about here. There's still some big names like Stephon Diggs and Deebo Samuel, Hollywood Brown. There's a couple of these wide receiver names that still remain, and we'll see, as I assume the further and deeper we get towards the draft, the cheaper those guys get potentially for the Jets, but they didn't do anything yet. So they've got Garrett Wilson, a large canyon of a gap, and then Adonai Mitchell. It just seems like they're missing something here, but I'm seeing fans throughout the comment section throughout the show have been saying, please sign a veteran receiver, sign one ASAP. Juwan Jennings is another one, a name off the top of my head that's also out there currently right now. Should the Jets do something? Do they wait for the draft? Or they have 4 picks inside the top 44? What's the plan? What would you do here at wide receiver for the Jets?
If I were Darren Mookie, I would have took my swing. I would have gone out and I would have paid wide receiver 1 money to Romeo Doubs because I think he's an ascending star. I think the Patriots got a lot better swapping out potentially Stephon Diggs for Romeo Doubs. I think that he's a guy that's reliable hands, can stretch the field when you want him to. Might not be that true number 1, but he's a 1A or a 1B in my opinion. Wan'Dale Robinson always seemed like he was going to follow Brian Daboll to the New York Giants, to the Tennessee Titans from the New York Giants. Mm-hmm. But that would have been another guy that I would have gone after, ascending talent, young kid, a little bit of a burner. But there just weren't that many great wide receivers in free agency. Mike Evans was never coming there, right? I spoke to people close to Evans last Sunday before free agency, and they said it's going to come down to a team with a great quarterback who he can win a Super Bowl with. It's not about chasing the bag. Some guys chase bags. I mean, Hollywood Brown's going to get paid somewhere because of the name, right? Stephon Diggs is going to get paid somewhere. It might be Cleveland. Who knows? But it wasn't about that for Mike Evans. So now, given that backdrop and given what's out there right now, if I'm the Jets, I'd be content to invest the number 2 pick in Arvell Reese or whichever one of the pass rushers that you think has the highest ceiling, who's going to be the closest thing to a Hall of Famer you can get. And at 14, I'm going to go out and I'm going to take the best receiver on the board. And if there's a receiver that I love inside the top 10, I'd be tempted to trade one of my second-round picks to go up and get him to make sure that I get that wide receiver. Because, look, you have Garrett Wilson. You have the tight end. You have Breece Hall. Who knows if Breece Hall is going to be here long-term, but he's here now. You're going to go get your quarterback next year. I don't mind trading one of the players that I'd be drafting this year to get a blue-chip elite wide receiver inside the top 10 or so, or if one falls to me. So I have rookie wide receiver, blue-chip, first-round talent, Garrett Wilson, rookie quarterback, come on down. You're going to walk into a great situation that you can grow with and develop with, and this wide receiver is always going to have 1 year of NFL seasoning behind him before you even get there to throw him the ball.
It is true. The Jets again have 4 picks inside the top 44. They have 2, they have 16, they have 33, and they have 44. So they have a lot of assets potentially to make a move. I am curious, Matt, with some of the names I've said that are out there right now in this moment. Juwan Jennings, Stephon Diggs, Deebo Samuel, Hollywood Brown, Christian Kirk is another one of those remaining. Darnell Mooney just went off the board. He went to the New York Giants. Would you be interested in any of those names I just said, or I'm going to pass. Thank you very much. Whatever. They still could be asking for too much money. You'll just prefer the draft plan that you just laid out, or would you potentially kick the tires on one of these veterans?
Yeah, Juwan Jennings would be the guy because he's a guy with reliable hands, finds a way to get open, pulls down a lot of 50-50 balls. You're going to get a lot of those with Gino Smith. And, I just look at him. I thought he was underutilized in San Francisco when everybody was healthy. And when they weren't, he became a bit of a focal point of that offense. Now, I think the reason he's still out there is maybe the asking price might be too high. I don't know if I'm going to commit, 3 years to Juwan Jennings, but if the market starts to settle and he's prove-it deal shopping, I would sign him on a really short-term, kind of big money, 1-year deal, get him to come in here, see what happens, and I would still draft the wide receiver. I think that you have to take that wide receiver early to have the offense in place for your quarterback next year. Create the turnkey situation. You can almost close your eyes and see it, right? You can almost see a decent wide receiving core developing for a rookie quarterback to walk into.
Which is beautiful. Matt, I want to give you an opportunity here for anything else that's left in your notebook of things that you've heard on this Jets free agency class or looking forward of what they were a year ago to what they are now and what they're heading into the draft here. What else in the notebook, if there's anything else to share on this New York Jets free agency?
Yeah, I was a little bit surprised that they let Elijah Vera Tucker walk because I know the injury history was there. I know that the Patriots threw a lot of money at him, but it didn't seem like I didn't get the sense they really tried to keep him around. And for an offensive line, that's a homegrown talent. That's a guy that you drafted. That's a guy you drafted pretty high that you had high hopes for. For an offensive line that's still trying to find an identity and find its way, I don't think the Jets are in a position to let homegrown talent walk out the building. That's one where you may look back and say, oh, it'd be nice to still have him here a year or two down the line.
And that's going to be shoved in our face twice a year, of course, because he on the rival New England Patriots, that traitorous bastard. And I'll write a column about it, hopefully today or at some point this week. He was doing his press after being signed to the New England Patriots. And he said, I'm going to be honest with you, Patriots people, as we're doing this thing. When I was with the Jets, we're sort of trained to hate you folks and hate everything about you. And he was talking about that. And he was sort of walking through the entire process of him receiving hate on not just social media, but from his friends and family for the Patriots. So that was sort of hilarious that he got it. And then a Patriots reporter tried to get him to the Patriots reporter said, so you spent the first 5 years of your career with the Jets. Do you feel like you're really in the NFL now that you've gotten away from them and gotten to the Patriots? And AVT stopped and looked at him like, I'm not saying what you want me to say to this because I know what's going to happen. And then the reporter said, I was just joking around, and they had a back and forth about it. So there's some interesting back and forth and everything on this Patriots thing. And again, it is disgusting because I was sort of resigned to the fact that I thought ABT would be a Raider or a Giant. And I'm like, if that happens, so be it. If he goes to Raiders, I don't care. Whatever. There's some other random team. The Giants even, I'm like, well, at least it's not the division. So I'm okay. That's fine with me. So I went to bed and then woke up in the morning. ABT to the Patriots. Oh God, it was disgusting. Just disgusting. Oh, God. Well, Matt, before we get you out of here, let's get some plugs, baby, for Between the Hash Marks. The Substack is growing. It's catching like wildfire out there in the universe, and it's been a lot of fun to watch. So, again, there is a direct link in our YouTube description to that Substack. You click that link, it'll bring you right over, and you guys can take a gander, browse around, and dive into the deep end of the pool. But, Matt Lombardo, why should they?
Yeah, tomorrow in Four Downs, it's the weekly Monday column. The Jets are featured pretty prominently. Spoke to some executives, as I said, got their thoughts on the moves that they like the most about the Jets, why the Jets are one of the teams that help themselves the most during this free agency period. Tuesday, the podcast with Mike Tanier and I, Between the Hash Marks podcast. And Fridays, I have a mailbag. And Paul's taken part of the mailbag many times. You ask your questions, and I will pose them to my sources, whether it's coaches, agents, executives, scouts. Get their opinion, their answer to your question, and feature it in my answer to your question in the mailbag column every Friday. I ran a free agency special. I'm going to extend the offer to the Jets fans, to the Coffee Club members, to the fine folks who wake up early on Boy Green Daily. If you purchase an annual subscription plan today, by the close of business today, a 12-month annual plan, you get 3 months free. So you won't be billed again until June of 2027. You won't be billed again until minicamp, when the Jets' incoming rookie from next year's draft is ready to take his first snap. So come on board, check us out. Enjoy waking up with you early every morning. Love the fact that the Substack has surpassed 3,000 subscribers a little bit ago, just after 2 years of launching. It's one of the best sellers, one of the fastest growers on Substack. Come check us out and find out why.
Matt Lombardo, you're the best, baby. Thanks as always for
Appreciate you, brother.
We'll check you down the road here.
Thanks for having me. Enjoy the rest of free agency, guys.
All right, there he is, Matt Lombardo, and he powered through. This was Matt Lombardo's flu game that just happened there. His kids are getting sick, he's getting sick, but powered through. Appreciate that from NFL insider extraordinaire Matt Lombardo. We have 300 people in the room right now, including 160 of those 300. Over half of them are watching on YouTube, which we appreciate, folks. Man, it's been a fun free agency. I appreciate everybody that's been on the ride throughout this thing. We've seen tremendous growth. Speaking of growth, we've seen tremendous growth here on the YouTube channel, which I'm very, very blessed about. So thank you guys in the audience. We are one subscriber away from 8,480 subscribers, which is absolutely marvelous. Again, the growth has been incredible. So let's keep it going, folks. Let's keep it going in the audience. Like the video, hit subscribe, tell a friend. Try to get us, let's see. I mean, it'd be cool if we got it live here on the show, potentially. Get to 8,500 subscribers would be cool. So let's see if we could do God's work there. All right. Oh, boy. Guys, something's happening here. Something's happening.
This is Jets Worldwide. Why?
Snowball is here. The spray paint can is out. Jets Worldwide Takeover happens every single weekend, and I love that. You got the hat, you've got the pin. Look at this.
Hello.
That very nice. Look at that nice shirt. It looks like some homage shirt action there. Very nice. Okay, I like it. Okay, and the mystery box is growing. I like that. Wow, look at all this. Snowball, good morning, pal.
Good morning, Paul Esden Jr. I am in the midst of sending the link to Johnny Boy.
Okay, great. I emailed it to him this morning as well, but apparently, come on, Johnny. What the hell? I know we got the JW and a half. Where the hell is the other half of W? So we'll see if we get some fusion action happening here momentarily. But while we wait for your handsome friend, why don't we get some immediate plugging here? Because I see, speaking of getting close, you guys are 24 subscribers away from 500 subscribers here on the program. So wow. We are getting pretty gosh darn close, my friend, with this YouTube channel. Boop, boop.
Yeah. We have been making a lot of progress over the weekend, hunkering down, making our charge, plugging away, trying everything, all outlets everywhere, just trying to get to 500. So we are working hard for you. We put out the content. We try to put out quality content for everybody. So we're trying to, educate the masses as you do every day. So at 7:30, I love it.
Yeah,
you do a fantastic job. I tune in every morning. I try. At school, it's a little difficult, to get in at 7:30. I have classes starting, so
of course,
I try to check in when I can.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So what, by the way, what the hell's going to happen once we reach 500? Because it's definitely happening, but
Yes,
when it
is
does,
definitely happening.
Yeah.
So within, I'm guessing probably within the week, it should happen from now until maybe a week from now. That we do have the mystery box. So nobody knows.
Can you explain? Yeah. Can you explain that for people that don't know, please?
So minus this, because this is not included in the box. But
I understand.
I just dropped that hat. It's okay. Mystery box contains items, some things of value to Jets fans. If you love the Jets and you love Paul Esden and you love Jets worldwide, you will be entered into the drawing of 500 or however many we have at the point of our next show past the 500 to win what's inside said mystery box. It is on air. We have air that one item that is in the box is a Mark Sanchez mugshot from prison and and an autographed helmet by the man. So yes, one autographed Mark Sanchez helmet is in the box, and then there's some other things that are in the box that might be fun for Jets fans to have as well, part of their memorabilia collection. So yes, we want to furnish that for one lucky winner once we reach 500 subscribers. So if you have not subscribed yet to Jets Worldwide, please do. We are looking to climb to 500, our first benchmark, and then past that, just keep soaring, keep climbing high. So join people on Twitter. If you're there, hop over to YouTube after the show, or if you have multiple screens, bring up another screen, hop over to Jets Worldwide, @Jets Worldwide, all one word on YouTube, and hit the subscribe button. And we would greatly appreciate that. Sincerely, we really sincerely appreciate the people who take the time out of their schedule to tune in on Friday nights at 7:30 and people who subscribe. So thanks to you, Paul, for helping us promote. And we are doing our best to get to our first benchmark of 500 subscribers.
Okay, let's see if we could get there. That would be wonderful. Hey, look who showed up. Look at this guy.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Snowball.
Good morning
Boy Green.
Yeah.
How are you guys?
Dandy, thanks. Peachy, even. How are you?
I'm great. I'm good. Good as always. I'm happy to be awake. Happy to be alive. Happy to let all my dogs out. Happy to be here with you guys.
Was that a Baha Men reference or?
Oh, who let the dogs out?
Oh,
Who?
You. Oh, okay. How many dogs do you have?
3. I got 2 Frenchies and a Blue Nose.
Oh, very nice. Okay. Well, congratulations. Nice.
Gracias. Brooklyn, Brody, and Bane.
Oh, what's the B thing?
I don't know. My wife was like, well, if we're going to do it now, keep the bees. I was like, cool. Right. The killer bees, right?
Oh, I see. That's why. Yes, Paul, Braylon Allen. Maybe those are the only bees. I don't know how many bees will be left here shortly, but yes. Okay, I like that. Okay.
Jeremiah's Love's middle name is Braxton, so it's Jeremiah Braxton Love. I have no idea what his middle name is. I am just saying random things right now.
Okay, well, I will say this, saying random things right now is, folks, I just tweeted it out to nearly 19,000 people. Jet fans, do me a favor, subscribe right now to Jets Worldwide. They're only 24 subscribers away, so hopefully we can get some juice and see if we can push it over the top and make it quicker than just this week. Make it today? Make it, who knows? We'll see what we can do if we can force people to do what we need them to do. So we will find that out throughout the program. Boys.
Live counter 23 now. 23.
Ooh, 23 now. Okay. So apparently it's working. So yes, let's keep promoting. Let's keep plugging. Let's friggin' go, baby. Appreciate it. So yeah, let's see if we can continue to do that. And hey, here you go. Here's for that, whoever that one person is. 23 away right now, but if you think about it this way, there's 150, which let me do this. So I think this is another way that could definitely help. I'm going to drop this in our YouTube comment section because we have 150 people in there right now. So some of you, 150, may not be subscribed to Jets Worldwide. So I just dropped it here on YouTube. I'm making it even easier. You don't have to go find it. Boom, click that link and you'll jump right over, hit that subscribe button. Let's celebrate. Let's get these guys over. These are good people. And we have a beautiful, welcoming Jets community. And I love all our Jet shows. Hell, I'm wearing one right now. Ricky New York Live. Shout out to Ricky.
Shout out to
I've
Ricky.
got all kinds of merch all over the place for all our fellow Jets people out in the audience. So, yeah, it'd be cool. Let's see if we could get them over the friggin' top during this program. Support fellow Jets content creators, and let's go. So,
BG, I heard
you.
I heard you about to make an appearance at Ricky New York Live's show.
I am at some point. I can't remember when it is because I have the attention span of a goldfish. But yes, I do know. In fact, at some point here soon, I'm supposed to be appearing on Ricky New York Live, which I can't wait for. That's going to be great. So it's been a while since it's been on Ricky's show, so that'll be excellent. That'll be
on the 24th of this month. At 8,
thank you for
8 p.m. I got you. No worries, bro.
Okay,
Johnny
there you go. Oh, you're my secretary. You got me. Okay, so not this Tuesday, next Tuesday is when I'll be appearing. So excellent, Johnny boy. Thank you. Yeah,
do I get to wear
that on my calendar?
Do I get to wear the little pin skirts and all of that?
I'm sorry?
Do I get to wear little pin skirts?
I'm not sure I follow.
Oh, okay. Well, being a secretary, man. I'm like,
oh, I see. Oh, yes. I dropped the handoff there. You
really did.
I mean, I totally I fumbled that. I fumbled that biscuit. There's no other way to put that. So I definitely.
Are you bringing the skirt to the draft party?
Probably not. Probably not. But talking about the draft party, I'm super excited. As soon as you put up the JETS, Jets chant, I was going to say, BG, how hyped are we going to be when we're going to say that chant with a whole bunch of other Jet fans there? I mean, shout out to Lou B. I'm excited as anything to do that, man. So I cannot wait. I've never done it. Be my first time doing it, like a virgin, like Madonna. And, I'm pretty excited about it.
Yes. For those who don't know, and I've done no promotion for it, so you probably wouldn't know, but not yet. I have to because Lou B sent me some video production work and other things I'll be doing as we get even closer to promote it. But I've been a fan of the draft since I was a little kid. I always loved watching the draft. It was probably because my team has always been really bad. So the draft has been this instrumental part of the roster creation process. But for whatever reason, it just fascinated me. The hosting of the draft, Goodell reading them, the hugs, the everything, all the grandeur about it has really always been intriguing. And then the movie Draft Day came out 12 years ago in 2014. And ever since I saw it in the theaters, and then whenever it's been on DVD, I've seen it every Thursday of the draft. I'll have to figure out how I'm going to work that now going to the draft for the first time in my life. I guess I'll have to squeeze that in before a Boy Green Daily or something on Thursday morning and wake up at 3 a.m. or something to figure it out. But it's going to be incredible. That's been on my bucket list forever. So I can't wait to be there in person as Goodell comes up to the mic with the 2nd overall pick. The Jets do this, or the 16th overall pick, they do this, or there's been a trade. The Jets with the 9th overall pick do this. And we start going oh my God, what the hell did they move up for? And we'll have our phones, but I imagine I'm not going to be scrolling Twitter while we're all hanging out. So we're going to find out live whatever just happened. So it's going to be an incredible experience. Shout out to Lou B for hosting a great party with Jake Asman. Shout out to Johnny Boy. He pushed me over the top to go to this thing. So that's something I'll never forget for the rest of my life. So I am pretty fired up for it. And of course, to all the Boy Green Coffee Club fans and Espresso Club fans and everyone that's here, there will be exclusive content, of course, from the draft. Me and Johnny Boy will do some stuff together. We'll do some stuff live at the draft where we'll upload a quick video or something, a crazy Jet chants or our reactions maybe to picks or something. The fact that it's happening, Johnny Boy, we've exchanged the details on this, and in my head I know it's happening, but I just can't put myself there yet. When I'm there, I'm gonna be holy freaking crap, Johnny Boy, we're freaking here right now, man. It's gonna be crazy. Yeah,
dude, it would imagine we're there, and I've always seen it on TV, been able to right. I remember when Garrett Wilson came into the crowd and was taking pictures with all the Jet fans and all that.
Yeah.
Could you imagine that, right? Could you imagine
whoever our draft pick is?
Yeah, it comes in and it's right there, or we're there. And I was talking with Lou B the other night about it. All you hear is I mean, I know that's Sports Center, right? I don't know which other. That's like.
Oh yeah, I
I'm
have
that,
it here. Here you go.
Yeah, there you go. That one. New York Jets have just traded back into the first round, and we're like, oh, shit, who could it be? You know, and have start going with that. I think it'll be fun. You know.
Oh yeah.
I'm excited, man. And first off, I have to say that it's really cool to see all these kids that have busted their ass, have everything since Pee Wee to where they're at now, get instantly, you know, here, we're giving you this chance to live your dream and be an NFL player. You know, not many people are able to do that, dude. So that's the reason why I love the draft. That's the biggest reason why I love the draft. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's part of it for me too. Again, there's obviously, I think there's an excitement for fans of teams that if you're picking high in the draft, that means your previous year normally went bad outside of a trade situation. And there's hope. Like we've seen teams go from worst to first. This isn't like other sports where like a baseball draft, like, oh, wow, this guy in 12 years might be able to do something for you. Like I imagine the zest isn't quite there. For us, there's been number 1 overall picks that have changed franchise. There's been number 2 overall picks that's changed franchise. And then, so there's a selfishness of building your own team up and hope. And then those 100% those kids that have this life-changing experience, you see them hugging mom and all this other stuff, and their dreams have been realized. They've always wanted to get drafted. So yeah, all of that is crazy. So I can't. It's unbelievable.
Should be a fun time.
It should be. By the way, let me get another shout out here. Let me do another one of these. I see we're now 20 subscribers away from 500 for Jets Worldwide, baby. So, boop, 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 boop. Is this going to happen live on the show? That'd be freaking cool if it did. Again, folks, we are trying to get you. Let me throw it up on the screen, and I'll drop it in the link again. Let's see if we can make this happen live on the show. Subscribe now. We've got nearly 400 people in the room. We're trying to get you to subscribe to Jets Worldwide. That's these two fellas on our screen. Snowball, Johnny Boy. There's a mystery box there that'll be given away for Pete's sake. So there's a prize element that's involved for getting you to subscribe, but also they're just great guys, and we're a strong Jets community. So hit that subscribe button. I'll drop the link in the YouTube chat again, and guys, make sure you subscribe. Tell people you know. If go rush and get your mama, your brother, your sister, your cousin, your gardener, your nephew. Subscribe right now. I just dropped this all in here on the YouTube. Excuse me. There it is. Boop. Just dropped it in again. Let's see if we could get them to 500 live on the show. That'd be cool. Again, they are 20 subscribers away, baby. So we'll see if we can make that happen. We're now 19 away. Oh my goodness. It is growing. Let's go.
It was Brian. Brian promised. So maybe Brian did.
Thank you, Brian. Okay. All right.
And
whoever's out there.
Yeah. And shout out to everybody that has been promoting. Shout out to Florida Phil. Like Phil's been, I mean, him and the whole entire street team has been hitting the pavement, walking hard. Lou B on his Sprinter has put Jets Worldwide on there and is going around Atlantic City and is going around New York and is promoting that as well. And I mean, BG, you've been doing it for a while now too as well. We got Nick. Nick's been doing it. Jake's been on it for us as well. A lot of people, man. So big shout out to everybody that's going on and doing this.
Breathing.
So you guys.
Heavy breathing. You guys know we're getting closer. Oh my good golly. We are just 17 subscribers away from 500. And boy, we keep climbing, folks. So again, Jets Worldwide, all one word, Jets Worldwide. Subscribe on your burner accounts, every account that you have out there in the universe. And let's push us over the goal line while we're waiting for potential movement there. And we'll also open up the phone lines here shortly. I see we're getting a couple of questions and comments. First off, Mark Sacchetti. Let's give a big round of applause here to Mark. Yes. Mark Cicchetti joined the Boy Green Espresso Club, which is one of our 2 YouTube membership levels, Boy Green Coffee Club and the Boy Green Espresso Club. And then I saw Mark Cicchetti. You see next to his name, that's a loyalty badge. You get that if you join one of the membership levels, so you stand out from the rest of the crowd. And I noticed that shortly after joining the Espresso Club, it disappeared. I'm like, what the? Wow, okay, the Espresso Club was that terrible. And Mark Cicchetti's like, yeah, enough is enough. I'm just leaving. And he said he had a problem with his account. He said he tried again this morning and successfully reactivated the Espresso Club status. My wandering in the desert is finally over. So without further ado, let's give a strong welcome back to Mark Cicchetti.
Who wanna fly with
There you go, Mark. Welcome back to the Boy Green Espresso Club. Great to have you, and good time to have you because we're about 2 weeks away from our Boy Green Espresso Club meeting. It'll be coming at the end of the month. I see we have a question here from Pat. What up, Boy Green? Would you be happy with Kenyon Sadiq at 16? I would be, Pat says. Kenyon Sadiq is the Oregon tight end. From everything I've heard from this class, it's Kenyon Sadiq and then a bunch of other guys at tight end. So if you're going to swing, it makes sense to swing at the elite top level. But this is one concern I've heard from some draft people I've reached out to. It is Kenyon Sadiq and a bunch of other people. But Johnny Boy will be able to understand this reference. I know he's definitely had this situation at a bar before. So if you go to a bar, okay, and there's a 7 there, and she hangs out with a lot of 2s, the 7 is all of a sudden a 9. Whoa, how'd that happen? Is that a 9 over there? And then all of a sudden, if you sort of get your eyes and block out the 2s, and then the 9 turns back into a 7. But then you expand the eyes. Oh, just kidding, that's a 9 again. So again, Kenyon Sadiq, he's a 7, he's an 8. And then there's all these 1s and 2s around him. You're like, oh, Kenyon Sadiq's a 10. And then we go, nope, just kidding. He's a 7, a 10, 7, 10, 7, 10, 7, 10. So we're getting a little bit of that action. Some draft people tell me that Kenyon Sadiq is okay. The rest of the class sucks. The rest of the class sucking has propped him up to be something that he's not, is what some draft people have told me. I don't know. When I watch Kenyon Sadiq games, he looks like a freak. He looks like an athletic marvel. And I think that could be an interesting compliment to Mason Taylor, who seems more like an overall around tight end. He can block, he can catch, he can do everything a tight end can do. But can he do anything spectacular? That I'm not sure about yet. It's a very limited sample size and maybe too small of a sample size to invest a top 50 pick in Mason and turn around and invest a top 20 pick in Kenyon Sadiq. So would I be mad at it? No. Garrett Wilson, that brother needs help out there. And I don't care if that comes via tight end, running back, wide receiver. He needs help. So I would not be upset. But I think there are other needs I would probably prefer over Kenyon Sadiq. What does the rest of the room think here? We'll go first to you, Johnny Boy.
So Sadiq, right? And to your reference in the movie Hall Pass, which is awesome. Let me give a quick shout out to Nate. Nate is right. Nate has been rocking with us from jump. There was a situation that we were in New York at one time riding a bicycle, and we had to get training wheels for a gentleman that is to my left, I think, right over here.
That's your left, our right.
Yeah, yep. And so Nate he's been with us since day one. So shout out to Nate.
Sticker on the bicycle. Show some respect, Johnny Boy, for God's sake.
My bad.
You're passing out compliments, but you're leaving out Nate the Great, who, by the way, is a recent new member to the Boy Green Espresso Club. So I appreciate you, Nate. I'm not sure if Johnny Boy does. You're putting some prime real estate sticker on your bicycle, which, again, you only have so much bicycle to put a sticker on, and he's putting some great marketability on the bicycle. That bicycle has seen some things, man. And you're just freaking blowing it over. That's incredibly disappointing.
In my defense, okay. the bicycle was very heavy. Okay, first of all. Second, I was carrying a lot of things at that point. So the weight of the bicycle and stuff. The bicycle fell. I had to catch it, and as it was falling, I might have stepped over the wheel, tripped on it, and whatever. But I don't understand what these guys say. This is not crap on Snowball Day. Okay, it's like just. Show some respect. Put some respect on this guy, please. I had my time in this. Who made it through all the streets very, very quickly? Nate, the leader. Yes. Who was second behind Nate? All right, this guy.
It's a good question. Which, by the way, if Nate wasn't riding a bicycle, he could be riding.
Going off the rails on a Maserati train.
There you go.
Yeah. But let me
By
go
the
back
way,
to
real
the,
quick, let me
my bad.
interrupt. 10 subscribers away from 500. We are
Let's
now
go,
10 away.
guys.
It
Let's
is. We are.
go.
We are surging up. We are 10 away, people. Let's make it happen. We're getting close to climax here. 10, 10, 10, 10. We're 10 away, people. Come on, man. Let me drop it back in there again because we just got it's so nice. We got to do it twice. Come on now. Again, I'm throwing it up here on the board. YouTube.com/@JetsWorldwide. Wake up your wife right now and say, honey, Jesus. And she's like, oh, God, what? And you're like, subscribe to @Jets Worldwide, all one word. And she's like, what are you talking about? I'm trying to sleep. You're like, oh, you can go back to sleep after you subscribe, woman. So come on now. Jets Worldwide, all one word. Let's get them over the top. I thought it was possible. I sort of flirted with it. I'm like, maybe we could possibly get over the hump. We could get over the hump right now. I can feel it. There's a momentum. There's an energy here, people. There is a freaking energy right now. I just dropped it in the YouTube chat. So come on now. Get everybody in your life to subscribe. Let's push it over the goal line. Let's get a little bit of tush push action here. Okay, we're 10 subscribers away. Anywho, go ahead, Johnny boy.
So, BG, you've known me for a while now, right? Snowball, you've known me for a while. If I walk into the bar and there's a 2 and then there's a 7,
all right,
I'm probably going after the 2 because I know that I'm leaving with that at the end of the night and I'm having a fun time, right? Like, don't have to put as much work. Don't have to.
Oh, wow.
You
know? Because the 2 has less confidence that you can take advantage of. Wow.
I mean, you know, I'm not saying all of that. I think every woman has a lot of confidence in them. So as they should. And I'm just somebody here that likes to elevate them as well and let them know that they are great at what they do and continue to keep doing that.
So a system girl that just like, that in your system, you can raise their level.
I love the ladies, okay? And the ladies love cool Johnny. So
is that your nickname with the ladies?
No, but I just made it up.
Okay, all right.
Well, it's LL Cool J's name. But I have to say this.
Yes.
The Sadiq conversation for me, I've said it. I've been team weapon all day, every day.
All right.
That guy, you saw what he did on the combine. Okay, it was a freak. I think the argument is going to be this. We didn't get Brock Bowers. We didn't get Warren. And then now we're going to get Sadiq. And people are going to go flipping out and blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter to me. If Sadiq is there at 16, I've been saying it. I've been team weapon. If he's the best weapon out of, other than Tate and Lemon and supposedly the wide receiving room falls down after that, get him. Why not? He said it earlier. He said it on the show on Friday that you saw what the Patriots did when they took it to two tight ends, and everybody was giving them so much crap about it. And look what they ended up doing with them, right? Hernandez and Gronkowski. So if we could get a situation and we could potentially put them, I know Frank in his system loves to use tight ends. Why not look at the tight ends that he's had in the past and how successful those tight ends has been in his system itself? Sure. So if Sadiq is at 16, get him. Why not? Like, I'm not going to be upset. I'm probably going to be super happy that we get the dude's a freak athlete. Okay. He's not just your old school traditional, block everything in front of you tight end. No, the dude's a threat. He's a legit threat that could stretch the field itself, and he has sure hands. So get this guy. That's my take.
Okay, well, before we go any further, I've got a celebration of my own here on the channel. Let's freaking go, baby.
Number 44. Woo! 44, that's me! Get some cold cuts, get some cold cuts, get some cold cuts. Woo! Give me some!
8,481 subscribers on the channel. We're 19 away from 8,500, baby. Let's friggin' go. Unbelievable. That was Bob Letterer's call on Friday's show. I said, let me just get to 8,480. He said, screw that. Get to 8,500. I was like, Jesus, Bob. All right, you're holding me at gunpoint here. You're robbing me at the bank. I'm like, I'm trying to get there as quickly as possible, man. So show your gosh darn love. Absolutely terrific. So thank you guys for getting us over another milestone there. So some Kenyon Sadiq action. I like that in the audience. Let's get some other questions and comments before we go to the phone lines here on the program. Again, Icky Shuffle, baby. We try to show some love. Lou B says he'd love some Jacob Rodriguez action. Again, I don't think taking a linebacker in the draft is off the table at all. I see EZ says wide receiver or tight end. Again, pass catcher. I'm sort of with Johnny Boy there with weapon. I'd go weapon in a lot of different ways, whatever can help Garrett Wilson. It doesn't have to be wide receiver, I suppose, but I would like more receiver help no matter what, for sure. Jared B says, Paul, ask Snowball how he got the nickname Snowball. Snowball, I ask how you got the nickname Snowball.
People always ask this question. I've been tormented by some people in the chat about what it actually means. It does have if you go into the Urban Dictionary, it has like another meaning, but that's not what it means, my friends. All right. That's not what it means, Johnny. Shut up. All right. But like what I'm listen, some people
fuck?
Some people have, some people might like that, but not me. I was on stop it. Don't even read it. All right. But anyway, for those of you who, we should just get 10. We should just get 10 subscribers for this. Okay. So anyway,
I gotta be honest, I had never known there was some alternative meaning, and now that I've Googled this, I wish I hadn't. This is what the fuck?
I think Jared B was probably the first one who came at me about this. So,
oh my God.
Anyway, no pun intended. But anyway, so I was on a softball team. It was in the winter.
Wait. Now hearing that's the start of this, and I just Googled that. I don't know if I want this story to continue, but please go ahead, I suppose.
Oh, do you want the mystery to remain, or
no? I just meant like, I just Googled what I was told to Google, and now you're saying, there was a softball team in the cold of the winter, and I'm like,
that's okay. That's all right.
No, please, go for it. I'm sorry.
No. Anyway, the name of our team was called the Snowballs. That's it. So I came up with the name Snowballs. It was a winter softball league, the Snowballs. Okay. I just kept it. So anyway, I was captain.
So you kept it. So okay, let me get this straight.
I was captain of the team.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense now.
So that was it.
Okay. By the way, we're now 9 subscribers away. We're in the single digits away from Jets Worldwide reaching 500 subscribers. So, and folks, do me a favor. Do not Google Snowball Urban Dictionary. Don't do it. I didn't even know that was a thing. And please, for the love of God, do not at all.
Anyway, my opinion on Kenyon Sadiq.
Yes, please. Let's work that in there. Yep.
Yeah, just to change the subject and
please
to get away from that
quickly.
I think we have other needs. The team, although Kenyon Sadiq, like you said, right, in a field of 2s, he's a 7, looks like a 10.
Right.
Me being a married man, stop it, Johnny. All right, listen, just be quiet. Honestly, do not read the comments. Okay, just stay away. Don't gore him in the comments. All right, but listen. In the case of Kenyon Sadiq, as much as I would love to have him on the team, 16 seems a little rich to get a tight end.
Yes.
I believe as though we have more needs. I actually think maybe we'll get into this later into the show, but I see center as a very big need for the Jets as well. It's very hard to be serious with you doing this, Johnny. Can you take him off screen, please?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Yeah. All right, get rid of him. All right, so we're serious Jets talk, okay?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah. Muscles upon muscles for Kenyon Sadiq, a freak of nature, an athlete beyond athletes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we need a wide receiver. I think we need
center upgrade. Go ahead. You're in the middle of your center.
No, I really think that I was looking at the depth chart this morning and seeing Myers and Hartwig as our centers. I understand that you can have people shift around. Tippmann can move to center.
Yeah.
But I don't want to disrupt what's happening on the O-line now anyway. So yeah. All right. It's the whole comment section.
By the way, I
walk to the side, and all it is this.
It's normally like a kid's thing, but like which that also now sounds weird following up with what I just said. But the thing is that you tell someone don't do something, like okay, and then there's just this big red shiny button in the room. They're like, wow, I'm telling you, please don't. I'm seeing several people are. Do not Google Snowball Urban Dictionary. I'm telling you not to do it. I didn't know that's the direction it was going. I'm like, oh, well, what could is it some young kid slang or something?
Yes.
And I went, oh my God, no, it is not. Oh dear Lord. So don't do it, people.
You
I
can
am
bring
telling
Johnny
you.
back now. It's just
Okay, great. He's been on his timeout. Yeah.
As a teacher in high school, I deal with this on a daily. Not that they know anything about this, but just the things in general, like the 6'7" stuff, and the bra and the everything else that happens with chopped and whatever.
Oh, I don't know that one, but okay.
Chopped. You don't know what chopped
that?
is?
No.
Right.
What's that?
People in the chat may know what chopped is, but basically, chopped is like if you walk into the room and someone says, "Yo, you look chopped, bro." Like that's like you look like hell.
Okay. Wow.
So,
all this new kid. Well, you've got the latest lingo. You're like in school, so you're hearing whatever the latest.
I'm on the front lines of the terminology of the kids, so
great. So you can interpret if necessary.
I can be your translator if need be. Yes.
On fleek. Or
that's 2025. My friend,
I have to say that
even 24.
I hope the draft doesn't start to snowball that way, because I couldn't help myself, bro.
What the
fuck, dude? Oh, happy Sunday, everybody! Happy Sunday, everybody! Happy Sunday, everybody! Oh man. Hey, let me ask you something, BG.
I'm afraid, but go ahead, I guess.
Matt was kind of alluding to it when he was talking about the Mario Davis signing and understanding that it's not for the long term. Same thing with Gino, and it's kind of what we've said before on on us talking in the past shows. That we wanted a quarterback that's kind of understanding that, hey, you are the bridge. You're not gonna give any crap in regards to if we end up getting a quarterback and that ends up being our quarterback of the future. You're not the franchise. But then we sign, right? We trade for Fitzpatrick, and then there's a big amount of noise out there with the Andre Cisco signing.
Are you when you said Minkah Fitzpatrick, you're talking about, right?
Yep. Minkah Fitzpatrick.
Okay, yep.
So I see the signing. I understand that it's a depth piece, right?
Yep.
I get that part of it. But also in my brain, I started to think and be like, well, Minkah's production has kind of gone down. Now, is it because of the scheme that he was in? Or is it a safety net that we're bringing Andre Cisco in because there's something else that's underlining on Minkah Fitzpatrick that they're not talking about and letting us know? But I wanted to get your thoughts on that. I mean, am I reading too much into that, or do I have any type of floor to stand on?
So your overall stance is what on all these additions with Minkah and Cisco and everybody?
So like everybody understands their role, right? DeMario Davis knows his role.
Sure.
Gino Smith knows his role.
Okay.
Right. But then we bring in Minkah Fitzpatrick. He's still super young.
Yeah, he's 29. Yep.
But then you got a guy like again, Andre Cisco that comes in.
Sure.
Now
25. Yep.
Only thing I'm saying is you don't think they're, because in my brain now, this whole Max Crosby situation and what happened, we all thought he was going to be okay, but then he ended up being injured, et cetera, and everything. Now, I think Fitzpatrick is a great player. I think he's really, really good. I think he was underutilized and not used the correct way with the Dolphins itself. But remember, we do have Duker that came over there that was his guy.
Right.
Andre Cisco, and just to put this narrative to bed, put it to bed is why I'm bringing it up.
All right.
He's not going to fight this kid for the starting position at safety, right?
Are you asking me?
Yes. Just to put it to bed. Thank you.
Of course not. Here's my thing, okay? And I get it. I have bias on Andre Cisco. I covered him here in college at Syracuse. I got to see him as a recruit from high school to college level when he visited Syracuse. Like, I know Andre Cisco. We've done one-on-one interviews. But I'm very familiar with him, his story, his family, being all Jet fans, all that stuff. So I've known Andre Cisco for a very long time. He gets drafted to Jacksonville. I'm like, man, that's too bad. Wish it could have been a Jet thing. And then when the dots connected last offseason, it was like the coolest coming home thing of all time because I loved getting to cover a college football team, Division I, all that stuff. and to be in the locker room and all that sort of stuff with Andre Cisco. So I am very attached to Andre Cisco, and I lay all my bias on the table. But I hope that even if I have bias with the player, like I have a good relationship, I can just call it how I see it. Cisco had a terrible year last year. Now, he started in the first 8 games of the season, played basically 100% of the snaps the entire time, had 1 pass deflection and no picks. Obviously, no one had picks. So he just, but his superpower, to use that term, is ball, whatever the word I'm looking for. He's a ball hawk. So like, being disruptive, being around the ball, all those sort of things is supposed to be a superpower. That's supposed to be what brings him full circle. But with 1 pass deflection, that means he wasn't around the ball a lot, just to even impact it in any way, let alone picks, to just get pass deflections. So he had a bad year. He had some tackling issues. He tears his pec and he's out for the rest of the year. And I'm like, I just, Cisco, it didn't work out. Handshake, buddy. Oh, I hope wherever you go next, you can figure it out. I thought there was no chance he was coming back, especially when the Jets started making moves of Minka and Dane Belton and whatever the draft could promise. I was like, this is over. So it caught me off guard when, the news comes out. I'm allergic to all the no interception bullshit going on. 100%. I still have to get over it. Hopefully week 1, we immediately get a pick so that conversation can stop. I can only hope. But so it surprised me that he came back for sure. But then when you really comb through the money, because the first news that came out is 1-year deal, $5.5 million. I'm like, all right, wow, here we go. Then Connor Hughes says, yeah, $5.5 million max. Like he has only 1.25 guaranteed, 2.5 base, and that's it. So to be honest, I don't even think Cisco's a lock to make the team, to be candid. Okay. If the Jets draft, let's say Dylan Thieneman at 16, I have no idea if that's what they're going to do, but let's say they draft someone significantly high that's clearly making the team. Minka's making the team. That rookie would make the team. Malachi Moore's making the team. And Dane Belton, for his special teams prowess, at a minimum, feels like he's making the team. Do they keep 5 safeties? Maybe. But I don't even know if Cisco's a lock to make the team. I think Minka is going to be – he's definitely going to be a starter. I think he's going to, as he explained, he may want to play a little bit of nickel. But there may be – and they called this position that he may play for the Jets a bit. Different things in different defenses, the star, the rover, the this. It's just sort of a position of a jack of all trades guy. Like he's almost can be occasionally a third linebacker. He could be a big nickel. He could be this rotating thing that's sort of versatile in how he contributes to the team. No, I don't believe Cisco's arrival suggests that there's something going on with Minka. Now, it may suggest that occasionally that means Cisco could play natural free safety back there, and then you can have Minka playing big nickel, and then you could get multiple guys in the field at the same time. That's maybe what it indicates. But no, they immediately signed it to a 3-year deal for $40 million. So I don't at all think this is any indictment on Minka. I think the Jets are very high on Minka, as they should be. He's a really good safety. To answer your questions about Minka himself, ball production has been down the last 3 years. He has 2 picks over the last 3 years, 2 more picks than the Jets had last year, but 2 picks nonetheless. Now, these are numbers I didn't know for Miami because I'm not watching every Miami game, but there have been data that's come out that said Minka has played more in the box because that's what Miami asked him. So that means less opportunities to potentially intercept passes. So that could be a factor with the lack of ball production that also happened there a little bit for Minka as well. No, but there's also a reason we got him for a 7th-round pick, folks, out there in the audience. Like, I think the Dolphins are a little silly. I would not give away a player that talented inside my division for a 7th-round pick. Someone else had to have been interested in Minka. So I think that was silly by Miami, but I'm happy for it because our safety room desperately needed an upgrade, and he brings some veteran leadership to the team and things of that nature as well. So, no, I don't think Cisco's arrival has any danger for Minka. Quite frankly, I don't even know if Cisco makes a roster, and I love Cisco a lot. But I am really excited about the safety room and quite frankly, where I think it can go. That part to me is really exciting. It's really tantalizing. And by the way, we're now 8 subscribers away from 500 on Jets Worldwide, JWW. So again, folks, I'm going to keep just randomly blasting you guys with this in the YouTube comment section. And no matter where you're watching, we have nearly 500 people in the room. Here's what we're trying to do, folks. Let me reinstill the message because people are coming in and out. these two fine folks on my screen. That is Snowball. That is Johnny Boy. They run a Jets-centric YouTube channel. It's called @Jets Worldwide. It is all one word, Jets Worldwide, wide. And we want to support our fellow community of Jets community in this community. And we have nearly 500 people in the room, including 130 on YouTube. They're only 8 subscribers away from 500. For those who don't know, 500 is just a cool number, but it also is the first level of monetization. That's how these guys have been working so desperately hard to get there. And I'm very blessed to be, whatever it is, like 18 away or something from 8,500. That's an amazing place to be. And I remember scratching and clawing at, trying to get to 500 subscribers, trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Like, it's very difficult. And everyone you guys cherish, you guys know this as you guys are building up this thing. So please, let's help give them a boost. Let's help give them some acceleration. Let's get them over the hump to 500 subscribers. These guys join us every single week for a Jets Worldwide takeover. Sometimes it's a full show. Sometimes it's a half show with either half with Hop on Pop or half on with Matt Lombardo. So I always appreciate their dedication. So let's support fellow Jets content creators in our universe that are doing a lot of fun stuff. We're now 7 subscribers away. Thank you guys so much. So we'll keep checking on that, keep plugging away. And again, I hope we can celebrate before the end of the show with pushing over the goal line.
BG, let me ask you this and Snowball as well, because I think the conversation that we were having a little bit earlier was the tight end Sadiq combo, right? But who's going to be throwing him the ball other than Gino Smith? Like, do you think the New York Jets will get a quarterback?
They have to
potentially in the first round.
Oh, whoa!
That's where I'm throwing that at you. So, like, imagine we're there and it's the noise comes in and we're traded back in. Is it for Ty Simpson? Are you wanting Ty Simpson, or are you like, nah, dog, it's a no for me, man? Like Randy Jackson style.
A couple years ago, it was many years ago now. What would that would have been the 2018 NFL draft. Okay, so Lamar Jackson is still on the board. It's the middle of the first round. We get let's go through all the dramatics of it. Let's go through all the dramatics of it here. We get this. The New Orleans Saints have traded up into the middle of the first round, and everyone goes, holy shit, they just moved up for Lamar Jackson. Oh, my God. Woo! Drew Brees. All right, get ready, pal. You're about to learn some Lamar Jackson down in the bayou. And then Goodell comes up to the board. The Ravens the Saints, rather. Yeah, the Saints have traded up in the first round, and they've selected pass rusher Marcus Davenport. And everyone went, what? Huh? Who? Huh? Future first, like they gave up because you saw that they moved up from out of nowhere. They gave up a future first. You're like, holy shit, you only do that for like a quarterback, and they drafted a pass rusher. You're like, oh, so like to me, if we are at the draft, which we will be, and the Jets, we get the alert. The Jets are trading back into the first round. My first and only thought is, holy shit, they're moving up for Ty Simpson. Like. Mm-hmm. What else could they be? With all due respect, like it could be a wide receiver, right? There's a world where they go Arvel Risa to 16. They go like Vega, who I don't know, just something not wide receiver. And then we were getting to the bottom of the first round, and the Jets have targeted one of the wide receivers, say, "Oh yeah, this is our Jermaine Johnson. This is our wide receiver that's slipping. We love. Move back in." So it could be that we're like, "Oh, Ty Simpson." Just kidding. It's wide receiver or something. So that could happen. But I will tell you, my immediate gut says, oh, they're moving back in for Ty Simpson, which, by the way, if they do move up for Ty Simpson, to sort of roundabout answer your question, then they believe in their process. And I give, not every Jets fan will, but me, I give the benefit of the doubt to the Jets. If their scouting staff says Ty Simpson's a guy, and they maneuver the board where they don't have to take him at 2, they don't have to take him at 16, they're able to trade back into the first round and not give up a 2027 first, as long as they don't do that craziness, and they're able to secure Ty Simpson, damn, I'm going to give a round of applause to the Jets. Even if I'm a little nervous about Ty Simpson, the career starts, man. That's just something it's hard to overlook. That's a red flag when you're dating that you're like, oh, that might be a deal breaker. The 15 college starts, or less than 15, whatever it is total, that's just a massive red flag. There's been one quarterback that's had that amount of limited starts. It's had sustained success in the NFL. His name is Cam Newton. He was the first overall pick in 2011 out of Auburn after winning the national championship. and Cam Newton was a freak. He's like 6'5", 250 pounds. Like that outlier in terms of the lack of experience in succeeding. You're like, well, he's built like a friggin' alien. So like, there was a reason for his outlier. Ty Simpson doesn't have that incredible size. So I would be excited. Like there'd be exciting moments because you're moving up for a quarterback, and we will all think, whether for 5 seconds or for a long time, like, oh my God, we got our quarterback. Yes. Go back to Alabama. That's where we plucked the Joe Namath fruit off the tree. Now the old Ty Simpson peach. Okay, here we go. We've got him. So there'll be some excitement, but I would be incredibly honest. I'd be very nervous. That lack of college starts scares the bejesus out of me. And that would be concerning. What about you, Snowball?
Yeah, there are so many factors that go into whether or not that's going to happen. Right now, how long do you think Aaron Glenn has to turn the boat around? Like you said, big ships take time to turn, right?
So well, so to follow up to your question, what's turning the boat around to you?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like that right now, you're hitching your stars to like this wagon that doesn't exist right now.
Right.
Like you look in the QB room and you have like Gino Smith. All right. You have Fields, Cook, and Zappy. And you're looking at that QB room and you're like, do I put my faith in this? I think they have to get another quarterback during free agency. There has to be another vet who comes into the room. So when you take a look at what's available and where their focus has been, and Reich and his preferences and all this type of stuff, I really think that they're going to try to make it. And again, this is just my opinion, but I think Andy Dalton is a serious like consideration for the Jets. He fits the mold. There's familiarity there. There's something for Gino to fall back on in times of like need and stuff. I don't think Tyrod Taylor is going to come back. And the guys who are in this room, Cook is cooked. He's done. We saw what he's worth, and he's out. Fields, probably stay in the closet, cry a little bit more, and just stay there. But I think you have to bring another vet in. Dalton would be my choice. And then at that point, when you get to the draft, you have the flexibility to kind of take someone later on, and again, hitch your wagon to that star if you try, like an LR, like a Nussmeier, like an Altmaier, right? Like some of these people that are out there available. And then you just wait until next year and you see if you can get someone to upgrade to be even better. So it all depends on what happens. A quarterback in the first round, I'm going to say no. I don't think we go first round quarterback. Right?
There you go. Nice. Which, by the way, real quick, I agree with you, Snowball. I think the Jets need another veteran quarterback in here. I would do that ASAP. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, some of that action. Nice. And for the audio-only listeners, they have no idea what just happened, and I will leave that to your own interpretation. The Jets veteran quarterback. So Rich Cimini, I think he wrote it in his column this morning, or he said it on the show last night that he was on ESPN New York, that Carson Wentz they need a veteran quarterback, but he may consider being the QB3 in Minnesota over the QB2 with the Jets. Obviously, in Minnesota, they have J.J. McCarthy, they have Kyler Murray, and then Carson Wentz, in theory, could be the QB3. So he may prefer that. And at first, I was like, why would he do that? But again, I can't lie. We have to put our biases aside. Minnesota, Kevin O'Connell, if there's an injury, he gets higher on the totem pole. Kyler's probably only going to be there for 1 year unless they gave up on JJ and just kept Kyler, which I guess could happen. It's within the realm of possibilities. But so Carson Wentz is out there as a possibility. Andy Dalton, I think, eventually gets cut from Carolina. Frank Reich connection, obviously, that's in there. I would also be surprised if Tyrod came back, but Tyrod has a good relationship with Gino. So I don't think every week I talk to a Bills person. And they had Mitchell Trubisky for the last couple of years as their backup. Outside of that weird sabbatical where we went to Pittsburgh, he had been there for most of the last couple of years. And this offseason, he goes to Tennessee. He's the new backup in Tennessee to Cam Ward. And they brought in Kyle Allen. And I'm like, that's sort of weird. Kyle Allen has done nothing. Why have they picked him? And the Bills guy said, Paul, can I just be straight with you? I'm like, sure, I prefer that. He does that same thing with Johnny. I'm going to be honest with you here. Okay, have you not been honest the entire time? But anywho, he says, let me be straight with you here. I'm like, yeah, sure. He's like, whoever is the backup quarterback of the Bills is Josh Allen's friend. And I went, what do you mean? He's just like, Josh Allen basically gets to pick who the hell his backup quarterback is because he's got that sort of, swinging power. I'm Josh Allen. Yeah, it's this guy. It's this guy. It's this guy. And then the Bills listen and do whatever he says. So I don't think Gino has the same swinging power. Tyrod's my friend. Yeah. Shove it, Gino. You don't have that kind of power around here. But maybe if there's shitty options, which there are, and then he's just like, I like Tyrod. They're like, all right, I guess. But what difference is make sure, Tyrod, you're the guy. So maybe there is a world, and Tyrod wants to come back. Jets have a hole, so maybe, you need this, we need this. All right, I guess that's going to happen. So that could be possible. That could be possible out there in the universe. Real quick, by the way, we are refresh. 6 subscribers away from Jets Worldwide getting to the 500.
6. Let's get it done.
6. Come on. Let's do it live here on the show. It is so palpable. It is so right there. So again, guys, Snowball, Johnny Boy here on the screen. We have 500 people in the room. Help them get over 500 subscribers. Tell your friends, tell your family. Let's try to do it live here on the show. That would be pretty sweet. And look at this. We're getting super chat love from Devin, a.k.a.
Devin.
for Life. Let's go.
Wow.
Let's support each other. Devin, DNY for Life, sending in a $2 super chat. He says, good morning, gents. Hit the subscribe for JWW, Jets fans. Again, so we've been dropping the YouTube link in there. They're fellow Jets content creators. If you don't know who they are, subscribe to their channel, help them support the first level of monetization. And I imagine most normal people wouldn't know this, but for YouTubers is 500 subscribers. That allows you to start trying to make some level of money from this thing and to unlock emojis and do other fun stuff out there in the universe. So again, 500 subscribers. We're 6 people away and there's 500 people in the room. I imagine some combination of the 500 are not subscribed to Jets Worldwide. So please, if you guys can do it, I'll throw it up on the screen one more time in just a second here. Thank you, Devin, aka DNY for Life, for the super chat. We'll add that to your totals. And now you're up to 14 raffle tickets for our contest this month. By the way, I just made a huge order. We're going to have a bunch of new items for upcoming raffles that should be arriving here in the near future. So that should be good stuff there. And yes, Philium says it as well. It takes 30 seconds, people. And this is a free action. I'm not asking you to spend money. I'm not asking you to do it. I appreciate Devin just spending money, but you don't have to. It is free to do. It takes 30 seconds. And again, we are only a handful of subscribers away from pushing them over the top. 5 subscribers away now. 5. I can put it on one hand now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 people away. Guys, hit that subscribe button. Let's freaking go.
Hey, BG, do you think the whole Ty Simpson, though, works in the favor for us, though? Right? In a sense, like with the whole fake news and that the New York Jets are so wanting to get a Ty Simpson potentially and all that, and then there'll be some other player that could drop for us, right? Because I mean, it's draft season. There's going to be a lot of news that's going to be out there that are saying the Jets are going to want Caleb Downs at number 2 now because they don't care about this weird medical news that came out about his knee or anything like that. They think that big of him.
To me, I think no matter what happens, it's good news for the Jets. Let me
explain.
Okay. So if Ty Simpson goes in the top 15 picks, which some people have suggested, maybe he won't even get there. Rich Samini talked about that last night on the Saturday Huddle show on ESPN New York. He says, hey, there could be buzz, and he goes top 15. Great. That means someone that was going somewhere in the top 15 is going to fall into our laps. Phenomenal. Great. Because let's just be honest, and this is the case for Fernando even, right? Like, there's no guarantee Fernando is a franchise quarterback. There's no guarantee Ty Simpson is. So even if you land one of those guys, there's no guarantee they are that. So if someone else takes that risk, it's off the Jets' plate. They're not going to then say, oh, shit, I guess we got to take Garrett Nussmeier here at 16. They're not going to say that. So that means another position. And boy, after a 3-14 season, Jets have plenty of needs. Wide receiver, namely. They could go offensive line, a Snowball, as mentioned. Whether it's left guard, and you want to be better than Dylan Parham, whether you want to upgrade Josh Myers at center, that's possible in the universe. Obviously, pass rusher they need. Maybe they do that at 2. Would they do it again at 16? That would be aggressive. Off-ball linebacker. Corner, you could still say. Safety even. There's a lot of different ways they could go. So to me, if he goes in front of us, great. Someone else just fell into our laps. If we take him, while I imagine me and every other Jets fan will be nervous because of all our past quarterback failures, if you're an optimistic Jets fan, you have to believe that if you take a first round quarterback, you think he's the guy. You think he can be your franchise quarterback. So the thought of that is exciting to finally end this vicious quarterback carousel cycle. So if we get him to me, that's good news. Okay, they think we got our guy. Great. Oh, great. And if they're right, we have 3 first-round picks to build around him next year. Phenomenal. Woohoo. And so to me, and maybe, again, I just sort of react to the news that happens. And so, from that standpoint, I'm glass half full. So if he's gone, great. Better player falls to us. We get him, great. Glass half full, great. We hopefully got our franchise quarterback. So no matter what happens, I sort of feed the beast from that perspective. I think it's good news for the Jets. I know not everyone's going to feel that same way. And we are now 3 subscribers away, people. 3. 1, 2, 3. This is going to happen on the show. This is super cool. I'm so happy for you guys. I'm again, I sort of flirted with it at the beginning of the show, like, oh man, you know what? Could we possibly get over the top? And it seems like it's going to happen here on the show. I certainly hope so. And if it doesn't happen on the show, it obviously is going to happen here very shortly for you guys within that week that Snowball put out there in the universe. So again, Snowball, if we reach 500 subscribers, what are you doing at that mystery box?
Yeah, so I'm going to say it. Next Friday is the drawing for whatever it is in the mystery box. 3 subscribers away. If we hit it on today's show, that's great. Up until that Friday, next Friday, we'll put everyone in the pool. And then when our show stops, we stop the count. And whoever's in that pool up until that minute that we start the show will be in the drawing for what's in the good old mystery box.
So let me reiterate. So there's a chance we could get to 500 here in seconds, which could definitely happen here on the show. But you're saying that even if we get to Friday, there's 570 or 550, it doesn't matter. All those people will be in the running for the mystery box prize.
It is 500 and beyond until the next airing of our show. So yes, that is what will be happening. You have to make sure that you make your subscriptions known, though, because when I go in to see who has subscribed, not everyone makes their subscriptions public. So make your subscription to Jets Worldwide public. That way people will know, and also you'll be entered into the drawing.
Yeah, folks, I hate that I even have to waste any time potentially talking about this piece of it, but I feel bad because some people don't even know that theirs are hidden, which I was dealing with an MC Show digital problem recently with one of our giveaways. That some people probably have the setting flipped and they have no idea that their setting was flipped. So yes, if you want, guys, Google whether or not your subscriptions are public or not. To make sure that you're in the running. But yes, you can be in the running, and it's free to be in the running. Absolutely free as long as you are subscribed. So yes, as Hep is talking about in the comment section, we are getting closer and closer. We are 3 people away, folks. 3. And I will throw this up on the screen as well so you guys can see it. This is the handle. If you guys are on Twitter right now, you can open up a new tab. You can help us push over the top right now. I know we've been promoting it for a long time. There's been a lot of air time today spent on it, but for good reason. So again, subscribe right now. That's youtube.com/@Jets Worldwide, all one word. Jump over there and subscribe. If you're on your phone, jump over to your tablet, jump over to your computer. You can hit subscribe and join that army right friggin' now, baby. So let's see if we could get there. This would be absolutely beautiful to get live here on the show if we can make it happen. So folks, come on now. Let's see if we can push it over the top. Let's keep answering a bunch of comments and questions and things. We'll also open up the phone lines at some point. We have Darren McCollum. Let's get that here.
Wow.
Darren McCollum, a member for 17 months here at the Boy Green Coffee Club. Appreciate that. Some things take 30 seconds. JWW, much more satisfying. That is absolutely beautiful. And as Snowball just said, we are now 2 subscribers away. 2 people. There is 466 people in this room right now. If just 2 of you go to this handle, and thank you, Darren McCollum, for the chortle. Not quite a chuckle, but a chortle. We are 2 away right now from reaching that milestone, people. 2 friggin' away. Subscribe to their channel right friggin' now. Let's see if we can make it happen here on the program, and I'll try to. Oh, we're 1 away. We're 1 away. We're 1 away. Who's going to be the next person? Who's going to be the next person to make this happen? I just dropped the link in there. Who's going to be number 500? Let's do it right now, live on the show. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Yeah, let's go. They're saying screen share the page. Okay, let's do that. We'll see if we can do it in that way. Here we go. Let's jump over. Let me go.
Oh man!
Huge thank you to everyone who has subscribed during today's show. If you're just coming in, make sure that you follow the instructions. Subscribe to @Jets Worldwide. We really appreciate it. Again, heartfelt thanks from Johnny Boy, myself. Right, we have been at this for quite some time. 1 day a week, sometimes no days a week, but we're more consistent now, more than ever, with the draft, free agency, and things like that. We really appreciate everyone subscribing. Big shows to come too.
Someone just unsubscribed. We're now back down to 2. Wow. I knew there was going to be someone there when that happened. So that is incredibly unfortunate that just occurred. But so now as soon as I shared the screen, the opposite has now happened.
We've lost another one.
Wow. Oh boy. Okay. Wow.
Now we're back down to 3.
Okay. That's unfortunate. Perhaps
Wicked games.
Perhaps I've pushed too much. Here on the
Hey,
program.
can you show some of the shorts that we put up there, but make sure you have it muted.
Okay.
Just because I don't want any of the music or anything to mess up your page.
Okay, I appreciate that, sir. So shorts, yeah. Let's go over here. We're back to $4.99, so it just jumped back up. Okay, yeah, wow, people are flirting with us. That's disturbing, to say the least. I see this creepy Makai Lemon one is scaring the shit out of me.
That has some music that's been banned. Don't do that one. But I like the AG and Muji are cooking. That is a good one.
Let me see. Okay, all right, let's go.
Just to show you guys a little bit about, kind of what we
Breaking Bad, nice. I love that one. Yeah, Mr. White, yeah. Oh, that's a good one. I like that. That's very nice. Jets Worldwide all together. That's that's nice. I like that one. Let's see.
Hit the lemon one.
Okay. Wait. Let's see.
Just
up to at $4.99. Okay. Wait. Which one do I hit?
He has it muted. Snowball.
Okay. Good.
So,
good.
Yeah.
I do not have it muted actually. But I'll do this. I will mute this site. So okay, now I can do it. Okay. There we go. Okay.
Dude, at 16, do we take a shot at Lemon if he drops?
Is this creepy snake bastard available at 16? Is he even on the board at 16? That I don't know.
Yeah.
See, when I see this, I think this dude is like hungry, bro. Like he's focused. Like he is wanting to make an impact.
I guess.
So there's it's I don't know, man.
We have captured some star power over at Jets Worldwide. I believe Mr. Famous Fulton has become a subscriber. So,
oh wow! Okay,
yes.
Great.
So cloud glasses on.
Okay, nice. All right, let me hit refresh one more time, and again, I guess we'll just have to let it naturally happen. We're at $4.99. We're parked right there. We just need one person.
Let's make it a surprise at the end.
Okay.
Let's just see where we sit at the end. We won't check
so let's
anymore.
not keep watching. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
We'll wait.
Okay. There you go. I appreciate it.
Let it simmer. Let it simmer on the back burner.
Okay, let's do this. Let's open up the phone lines. We'll be right back after this.
1, 2, 3. Whoa! Bugging daily. Talking Jets football, man. All right. Bugging daily. The New York Jets Football Club. Offense, defense, special teams, watch Jets football with Boy Green. Everyone, J-E-T-S, Jets. Boy Green, bugging daily. Talking Jets football, man. All right. Boy Green, bugging daily. Yeah. Nice. Offense, defense, special teams, watch Jets football with Boy Green. J-E-T-S, Jets. Let's go!
We have just searched over 500 subscribers.
Extra point for the lead. You bet Aaron Glenn is happy. He's running a 4.5 right there, Kenny, chasing down Will McDonald for that touchdown. Man, and the Jets trailed 23.
It's J-E-T-S, Jets. I love Fireman Ed too.
J-E-T-S, Jets.
Yes.
J-E-T-S, Jets.
Let's freaking go. Congratulations, Snowball. Congratulations, Johnny Boy. Here, I'll jump off camera. Please, shout out to your...
Oh, my God. Johnny.
You did it.
We made it on the Boy Green Daily Show. Here, I'm coming over. Amazing. Thank you so much, everyone. We really appreciate it. Now, don't drop below 500 now. Keep it soaring. Thank you to everyone who did subscribe during today's show, who has been with us since day one, and the people who continue to join the show. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, have to say, guys, thank you so much for coming on. We're two diehard Jet fans that love putting out content in regards to this team that, if we're going to be honest, has not been good, but all of you guys continue to keep being with us, rocking with us every Friday night, 7:30 p.m. We will continue to keep working hard. We want to earn everybody's subscription, not just that, but like we truly enjoy what we're trying to do over there, and we're going to continue. Just to give a little bit of a preview, next week we're actually bringing another Jets content creator. Our guy Gunny is going to make his Jets Worldwide debut next week, and we're super excited about that.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly. So I have to say this, Snowball, this is awesome. This is for everybody that's out there that's creating content or is wanting to get into the space and be able to do it. It's a lot of work and it's fun. Okay. And if it's something that you truly enjoy, it'll never be work. Continue to keep going out there, do it. I think this is a community that is able to really come together. As you can see, I mean, we did it on Boy Green Daily, right? And big shout out to BG and being able to put us on this platform to do that as well. You know, like, but not only him, everybody's else that's had a hand in promoting us, putting us out there, continue to keep championing another person, right? It's what it should be about. And this is exciting. We cannot wait. We're going to keep on going, just being able to put on more stuff. I mean, we're trying to get other people out there. We've had other Jet players be on the show as well, and we will continue. Thank you. And Aaron Glenn watches our show, and he was number 500 to get us over there because Jets Worldwide believes in Aaron Glenn, baby. We believe in Aaron Glenn. Let's go, Jets. Let's go, Boy Green Daily. Let's go, Jets Worldwide. JETS. Jets.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. Well done. So seriously, everybody, thank you so much for supporting fellow Jets content creators. They have a lot of fun. I love that we have so many different flavors of ice cream in the Jets content creator community. If you're just looking for film, there's film guys out there. If you're just looking for like information, hey, this happened and here it is. Some people will present that to you. Some people will give you laughs. Some people give you a little bit of everything. Whatever you prefer. Hopefully you get it out there. And again, subscribing is free to do. You can subscribe to as many channels as you want to subscribe and share. So I appreciate anyone that subscribes to this channel and thinks enough about it that they get to spend some of their time here. So, and I see not only has this been a celebration for you guys on air, it's a celebration to the fans out in the audience who said, we did it. We got them over 500. So 100%, massive ups. All right. The phone lines are now open. That is the pinned comment on youtube.com/boygreen25. We'll get on with the rest of the show here. And then I got to take my family out to the diner later. So we will do that. And I'll celebrate. I'll let them know. I'm like, I'm going to be like, attention, everyone in this restaurant, attention. They're like, who the hell is this guy? Jets Worldwide, you just got 500 subscribers. Cheers. They're like, who? What? Huh? Cheers. And we'll see what they say. So I'll let you know. Hopefully I'll get my fiance to film that for you, and we'll see whatever that means. So appreciate it. Thanks for all the support, everybody. Let's ride. The next caller, or first caller rather, is Mr. Famous Fulton. No one better.
Well, good morning, Paul. Good morning, Snowball. Morning, Johnny.
What's going on?
How are you, pal?
I got some news for you.
News. Oh, great.
What'd you get?
Wait, let's go full screen. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. We got in 5th place.
Nice. Hey, congratulations, Mr. Legendary Famous Fulton.
And congratulations to you guys, too.
That's true. A lot of congratulations today, Mr. Famous Fulton.
I didn't catch
Yes.
it. Mr. Famous Fulton, what was that for? 5th place for what?
Bowling, right?
It was unified bowling for Hampton Heights and Special Olympics.
Nice.
The unified is it's like a competition between the high school students and the disability for Special Olympics. So this is what we're doing for unified sports. If it's like basketball or bowling or track and field or softball or bocce or cornhole,
bocce,
whatever ones would work, the better.
All right, let's go. Hey, Mr. Famous Fulton, isn't Annie today?
Yes. Yep. I got the audition today.
Wait, you said yesterday that you were going to prepare some dance moves. Are those ready?
Oh yes.
Okay, make sure you put the camera in a good place so we can see you break it
I need
down
to
here.
find a place I can do it. Mom,
Yeah, okay.
you got the music on? You sure? Okay.
Just trying to find out where I can put it here.
Yeah, of course. Take your time.
Maybe I can put it right here. Mom, you good?
Is this acapella?
Can we put some music?
Okay. So this is what I'm gonna be doing. All right.
Okay, here we go. All right, nice.
Try this.
Shut the shades.
Yes, Mom. In my pajamas.
Oh wow.
Ooh.
Smooth moves.
Ooh. Nice pirouette. Nice.
Oh.
Is that a Jets Super Bowl?
There you go, guys.
Wow.
Oh, yeah,
Congratulations.
awesome.
Yeah.
Let's go.
You're going to get the
Amazing.
part, Mr. Famous Fulton. You're going to get the part, buddy.
I sure will. Do you guys have any tips for me or anything?
Let's see. Passion. We definitely want to see passion on the dance floor. So yeah, facial expressions, passion. Passion is very important. If you're enjoying it, the people want to see you enjoy it, and then they're going to enjoy it more. So I think emotion on the face as you're sort of, going through your dance. I think that would be important. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Mr. Fulton, can you tell your mother that I like the Killam beige?
She's right. She's right
color
here.
that she has in the back. I like that color a lot.
Oh yeah. He said he loved the color, Mom.
All right, beautiful. Well, Mr. Famous Fulton, congratulations on your success in the bowling tournament, and also good luck to your Annie performance coming up, sir.
Yeah, I will let you know if I get the part. So it's gonna be a long day like yesterday. So.
All right, we're all rooting for you, buddy.
Part. You're gonna get the part. It's not if, it's when you get it.
Yeah, say it, Mr. Famous Fulton. Let's manifest this. Say it. I'm going to get the part.
I'm going to get the part.
Yes, you are.
Say it again.
I'm going to get the part.
Hell yeah.
Now believe it.
Tell us.
I believe it.
Nice.
There you go. Let's go, Mr. Famous Fulton. Unbelievable. Congratulations to Mr. Legendary Famous Fulton and his wonderful mom there as well. Phenomenal. And it just goes to show us another way to reiterate it that, man, we get all kinds of, subscribers and people on this channel. And it's super cool. I just love how, some people used to listen to my audio only version. There used to not be a camera show to this. It was just audio only. So I have people from the OG days from 10 years ago when I just did a audio only version of the show. It was very different to people have seen me today on Spotify, heard audio. They're like, wait, there's a video part of this. And then they stumble into YouTube. So there's people locally that know me from my radio background that have come here. So it's pretty cool no matter how they ended up getting here. That's awesome. And I love this. We have, let's throw this up here. Luby Super Jets fan says, our guy, Legendary Famous Fulton, is a better spin move than Will McDonald. Wow. High praise, certainly, coming in here as well. That is spectacular. All right, let's go. Next up, we have Easy. Whoa.
Hey, Easy, can you hit us with a song of us getting to 500, and we might be able to use it on the show?
Maybe. Yeah, fuck it.
Wow.
There you go.
Phenomenal. Easy. Letting it rip.
It's okay. No, I'm just saying it's okay. It's not phenomenal. It's just okay. I've got to get back to my groove. Hold on a second. Let me put this thing away.
Sure, yeah. Wow, that was cool, man. All right. Rock on.
It was just only my dealer knows for sure.
What's going on, Easy? Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you?
Hey, I'm feeling a lot better now after you're letting it rip. That's sweet, man.
Yeah. It's just I can be pretty good when I practice. It's just I haven't really been practicing. I've been concentrating more on the vocals.
Okay.
But it's fun.
What's your go-to vocal song of choice?
Electric Eye by Judas Priest.
Do you want to lay a little on us here?
No.
Fair enough.
You've seen the tape. You've seen the recording.
I know, but you have an enriched voice since then, I imagine.
No. Pretty much the same.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Like I said, I've been working on the Black Sabbath songs, so.
Yeah. Well, I will tell you, there's a difference between listening to the CD and then hearing the live performance. There's a little bit different. But I don't want to, your creative juices. You have to allow them to hit as they hit. I don't want to interrupt that process. So whatever you ever feel comfortable in the future, I love it when you just bring out the guitar. I'm like, holy crap, you letting it rip is awesome. So that's cool to me.
Thank you.
Yeah,
well, the most amazing thing is this little thing right here.
Well, let me see. Let's go full screen here. What's this thing?
This is called a Helicon duplicator. It's actually it's based for a microphone. You can see it's got the XLR hookups right there.
Yeah, right.
This device, what you do is you hook it in to your mic cord and it goes into the PA, and it doubles your sound and throws reverb in. It really does give you that Ozzy Osbourne sound.
Ah, dope. That's cool.
It's like that's why it has the two microphones on it. It looks like you're singing it. It's like singing it twice. It's like doing double tracks. Only it does it instantaneously. So it's
did
really
you guys
cool.
use that at the concert when you guys are practicing and whatnot?
Yeah, I used it when I was practicing. I wanted to hear what I sounded like, and it
sounds like you liked it.
It was fantastic. It really made me sound like Ozzy.
Wow,
cool. Not exactly like Ozzy, but yeah, it's how he sets his sound up. Hey. Obviously everybody has their own individual sound going into the mic, but what you do is it's like if you play guitar, there's a way to set up your guitar to sound like Eddie Van Halen. There's a way to set up your guitar to sound like Slash. Based on how you configure the controls on the amp and your foot and your pedals and all that. Well, what that does is that's for vocals, and it gives you that Ozzy sound. So
that's dope. That's cool. Well, this is one of the coolest emojis that Snowball has ever made. I love it. It just captures your essence. You're Easy for sure.
Oh yeah, that's me.
Mm-hmm.
Normally when I'm on stage, since I'm going a little bald over here, I usually wear a bandana. But the Jet hat is definitely more theme based, appropriate for the show.
Do you do bandana and like
unless you can do a Jets bandana, Can you do a jet bandana?
I guess
Oh,
we
we'll
gotta
have to
look
put
at
a jet bandana on you. Yeah.
Okay, I gotta
that.
work on that. Are you, because like Brett Michaels does the bandana, but he always has like a cowboy hat on.
Brett Michaels does it because Brett Michaels is fucking bald.
No, he's not. I don't. That's.
I'm telling you, he's got the Benjamin Franklin thing going on, where there's nothing here and it's all in the back.
I'm not going to listen to any.
You know, a mullet is business in the front, party in the back. Brett Michaels is bald in the front, party in the back.
I push back on that aggressively. That's nonsense, absolute nonsense. But he wears Ego's bandana and cowboy hat. Would you just go bandana, or do you wear any other hat on top of it?
I just go a straight black bandana.
Oh, okay. There you go. Nice.
And what's on the mic stand, Easy? You got anything on the mic stand?
That's a good point. Yeah, right. Is there another bandana there? Or is there something else?
What mic stand?
Oh, no mic stand?
Oh, there's no mic stand. You're just holding
straight
the mic?
up.
On my mic stand? What I do for the mic stand?
Yeah, for singing when you're doing a concert.
Like an upside down cross or like a.
No, not gonna. I'm gonna do something so I can hide the lyrics on the back side of it.
Oh, there you go. Smart.
Well, you gotta have. Hey, most of these guys that sing nowadays, they have voice prompts.
Really?
You can't remember. Oh yeah, all these guys, they all have voice prompts.
Oh, cool.
You know,
Robert's asking, can anyone play the keyboard for a potential Hep EZ band? I don't know if anyone can play the keyboard, but I'm open to it of putting this musical ensemble together. Hep last year at the tailgate brought his guitar. I don't know if now he's dedicated to bringing the guitar back every time now that he sort of set the bar there, but now I'm probably forcing stuff on Hep's plate. But I got
this.
That'd be cool.
I got this little thing right here.
What's this?
This little amplifier.
Oh, what's that do? Okay.
It's
Oh, it's an amplifier. I couldn't see.
Yeah, it's a little Yamaha amp. Hold on, let me get it.
Oh, nice.
Yamaha
Lunchbox.
Good brand.
Lunchbox.
It's a THX.
Lunch pail. Got it.
Okay.
Yeah, it takes batteries. You can put batteries in it, and
nice.
It's a good little. It's a little screamer too.
Oh,
wow.
I bet
And it's got all these controls here, and all these for effects. So this you can get almost any sound out of this. It's a great little practice amp.
Cool.
So by the nozzle and twisting it, it'll make any kind of noise.
Within reason. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
So
twist
it, and it screams, and it takes batteries. All right.
Twist it, bop it, slap it. I had one of those in the 90s. Yep.
Anyway, I was watching Jet Central this morning, and he did a little 7-round mock draft, and apparently they haven't updated the mock draft for the draft picks that have swapped and switched around yet.
Yeah,
and
I think I have the
supplementals.
one here. Let me see. I think I have it here in my graphics. I got to put this aside here. Where did I put it? I think this one's it. I'll know when I have it up on the screen. So let me see.
Anyway, on his mock draft,
yes, this is the correct.
Simpson,
this is our mock. These are what we have. Yeah.
On his mock draft, Ty Simpson was available at 33. So let me ask you, if Ty Simpson's available at 33, would you take a flyer on him?
No.
I'd definitely be open to it.
Who said no?
Johnny Boy.
Why not, Johnny? He was at one point projected to be a first rounder. So
I like Ty Simpson. I like Ty Simpson a lot. I think the mechanics and his footwork are really great. But for 33rd, I think there's somebody that's a lot better than he is. That's going to be an impact guy.
Who?
I mean.
I'm sorry. You mean the impact guy in general? I was.
Yeah, right. Like in a different position.
A better QB. Yeah. Okay.
Correct. Not a better QB. Like I think he's just saying, and that's what a lot of people would say. 33 is like a almost first rounder. Like that could be a wide receiver. That could be a linebacker. That could be a corner. That could be a safety. That could be a
33. Technically, 33 would be a supplemental first round pick, right?
Sure, that's another way to.
If they did that in the first round, if they did supplemental picks in the first round, 33 would be the pick.
Sure, right.
Because easy for me, like I would be combating. Is Ty Simpson going to start for us? Easy, off rip.
No, absolutely not, and he shouldn't. I don't care if we were able to draft the greatest thing since sliced bread. Nobody is starting. Gino is starting. Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Glenn needs to win games this year.
So easy.
You're not gonna win games with a rookie. You need a rookie to sit and learn and watch and progress. And the only way to do that is to learn. You can't throw these guys out into the fire. Only very few guys make it when you throw them out in the fire.
And that's my point, Easy, right? So with the 2nd, 16th, 33rd, 44th, you're going to get input. I mean, we're picking out of the first 50, and we haven't had something like this in a long time. So
on his draft, Drew Allard was still there in the 4th round.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'd rather take a chance on those guys that you could really have them sit back, and it's not going to, like, dude, for me, after.
But what if Simpson's better than Allard just in general? Are you going to sit there and take Allard because he fits better at a 4th round pick than Simpson does at a 2nd round pick? Or do you get the guy that you think might actually be good so you don't have to waste your 3 first rounders on a quarterback next year?
I mean, is Simpson that much better than those guys that are coming out? Because
he can get a year, but he can get a year of experience, and at least you know what you have, rather than not taking him and then taking a risk next year.
I want the guys.
It's an either or. It's an either or.
Right. And you're not wrong, Easy. Like, but for me, for the premium picks, I don't want a guy that's going to sit and is going to be on the bench. No, what I want this team to gel together, have that full 1 year under their belt, and then next year, right, you get the whole, if we go the quarterback route or whatever, because you never know too. Like, let's just say we get a Luke Altmaier. Let's just say we get a Drew Allard. Let's just say we get Nutsmeyer, one of these other guys that are out there, and they have something, okay? And then maybe next year's we don't have, with our first 3 picks, we don't have to really get a quarterback because they're like,
exactly,
oh, holy crap, this guy is something. So I understand what you're saying, but it's all what ifs.
Everything is what ifs.
That's what
everything is what ifs. The whole draft is a what if. The whole draft is a what if. Ask the Raiders, like 18 years ago when they drafted Jamarcus Russell. He was supposed to be the end-all, be-all. And he was probably the biggest or second biggest bust in NFL draft history, especially a quarterback. I mean, the guy lied about studying. I mean, the guy was just a complete and utter bust. So, I mean, it's all a bust. You never know.
Easy, Jewel.
Tom Brady was a 6th round pick. What was he, 199 or 200? And he's the greatest of all. Yeah, and he was the greatest of all time.
That's what I mean. But like,
for example, if we can get Simpson, what happens if we get? All right, hear me out. We get Simpson now, right? If he's available.
Hey, Johnny Boy, can you shut up a second so Easy can get a word in? Jesus, go ahead, Easy.
All right. Let's say we get Simpson now.
Yeah.
And he sits and learns this year. And hopefully Gino is a godsend. He had that chip on his shoulder. He had something to prove. He felt he let the Jets down his first time here. And he genuinely wants to be a game changer. And he does really well. And we win 7 to 10 games this year. And he's so good that he gets to start next year as well. Now we have Simpson sitting on the bench getting better and better and better. Now this, of course, is if we see that in practice and during the season he's growing and in when he gets his reps for the scout team, he's doing fantastic and he's really growing and learning and his technique is good and he's not making the same mistakes over and over game to game. And then he comes into the 2027 season and we don't need to draft that quarterback and we can package stuff to move up to get what we do need. So instead of building now, next year we can tweak because I like what we're doing on defense. I do want to see us get a guard in the worst way. Okay. I just want to finish the O-line. We're so close to finishing it. I want to finish it. I want to just get it done. I just want to finish it. I think our linebacker core is now pretty solid. I think our backfield now is very solid. Our running back room is solid. We need receivers, another tight end, and an offensive lineman to really solidify what we have. I think that's what our weakness is right now. Safety went from being our worst position to probably one of our, well, I'm not going to say strengths, but something that has been addressed. How's that sound?
That makes sense.
And what you just said, Easy, is the reason why I don't want to go Ty Simpson at 33rd, because you still need to fill a lot of these other roles. There's going to be
guys. Who would you pick?
Dude, I like that.
What position? What position? I mean, what position would you get at 33?
I would like another linebacker. I would like another wide receiver. I would like another safety. Right? Some of these guys are going to drop. Dude, there are some other. I saw that, somewhere Sadiq falls at 33rd.
Okay.
I would jump on that. We don't know.
I understand that, but we've got a lot done on defense right now. We've got a lot done. But I still want to solidify that O-line. I want that O-line to be stellar.
Are you Kingsley, Joseph, DeMario, are these your starters, right, that are going to be like the impact player starters right off rip, or are these going to be your rotational dudes?
Here's my you're talking a linebacker?
I'm talking about just the three players that we just picked up in free agency, because you're just saying to me right now that the defense is done. Like, they really got it. And I
didn't say it was done. I didn't say it was done.
Yeah, you didn't say that. You didn't say that, Johnny boy.
My bad.
I said it has been so much improved. And we're not going to the Super Bowl next year, okay? Let's just get that. We're not going to the Super Bowl next year.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Hear me out. I'm being realistic. I think next year is going to be a breakout season for the Jets. I think we could make the playoffs, or we're definitely going to be in the hunt. We're going to be in the hunt category and possibly squeeze in. Okay.
Okay.
But
I feel better.
But to be real, we've done a lot on our defense now. We haven't done enough on offense. We've got a better than journeyman left guard now.
Yeah.
Who we just got. But I'm not satisfied with that offensive line. I want us to either get a blue chip guard or a blue chip center who can play guard. We need one more guy on that offensive line that's better than what we have got now. That's what we need. One more guy to just bring it to that next level. I don't care whether we do a trade, if we might be able to pick up somebody on waivers after the draft when all is said and done, because we do have the second pick in the waivers. We're not. This O-line's not done, and I don't think Muji's satisfied with it. I think Muji is trying to get this thing put together, so when he drafts that quarterback next year, the kid's going to have a solid defense, good receivers, running game, and an offensive line that can protect him, so that he's not running around, losing his shit until he figures out defenses.
Okay.
And that's why do you think Sanchez was as successful as he was? He had a top 3 defense, and he had one of the best O-lines in the league.
That makes sense.
Hey, history repeats itself. Stupidity and losing repeats itself, as well as success and being smart repeats itself. So do what worked in the past and take it from there.
Okay. I appreciate that. Well, Easy, thank you for the call. Thank you for the music playing. There's a little bit of everything there, which I appreciate. Again, Johnny boy, shut up. Let him get a word in. Jesus.
Can I say one thing?
No. Hey, Jets Worldwide just gifted a 10-pack of Boy Green Coffee Club memberships. Let's get it. JWW, paying it back, paying it forward. It's absolutely beautiful, baby. Here we go, a 10-pack. And now we have a new leader in first place. Whoa, mamacita. Move over, everybody. We've got some new turf in the universe. And it ain't included you.
I do know. We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
First place of the contest, 20 raffle tickets so far this month, jumping into first place. There you go. Jets Worldwide is just taking over everything on the show today. And here are the 10 new members to the Boy Green Coffee Club, thanks to JWW. Dr. Dirty Cooch. Wow, he's a doctor now. MD. Oh, congratulations. We have Jay Laney, K89. We have the Benny Baboon, UH8 Morrow, Paul Bruno, Kenneth Klager, Jam, Jat, Sergeant Rock, let's see, Pay Shafani, and the 10 new members of the Boy Green Coffee Club. So round of applause. Congratulations, excuse me, and welcome to the show. So thank you, JWW, for your support here on the show. Appreciate it. Thank you kindly.
One hand, the other. We wash.
100%. That's the way to do it, baby. So appreciate all the love so far on the show today, folks. Make sure you guys like the video. That's free to do. We have 500 people in the room. Like the video. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, baby. We are 19 subscribers away from 8,500. So let's keep that love rolling. Let's go to the phone lines. We've got one of the favorites in Asmaniac Madness. Puff, puff. That house ain't blowing down. It's Neil Sr., baby. Look at this.
What's up? Good morning, guys. What's going on?
Okay,
I'm doing a little dog babysitting to check these two little pretties out.
Okay. What's the names?
That's Archie on the left. That's my son's dog, and there's my little Duke.
Oh, it's Archie for the next quarterback of the New York Jets?
Yeah, that's it. That's tank for Arch. Get in.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
Get in.
Oh, beautiful.
I'm letting him in.
Okay.
Nice, beautiful day here in Long Island. It's not
let me actually get a look at that.
Neil, I was just by you yesterday. I was over at Gabreski.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No kid. My neighbor just moved in. Look at this
look
guy.
At that house.
This guy put in 100 of those little bushes.
Stop looking in his backyard, Neil.
100 he put in. 100. I mean,
jealous. Wow.
That's a costly little blockage here for his property.
Hey Neil, can I see your hat? I'm a hat guy. Ooh, I like that
wow!
hat.
Look at that.
He's cool, man.
Oh, it's got a little bit of that '90s flavor there. I like that.
Yeah, I like
that. It's got the what you call it. All my hats have like.
Maybe I'm not seeing it. Oh, there it is. Oh, established 1960. Nice. I love those hats.
Nice,
beautiful.
And that's a
tradition, baby. New York Titans. Let's go.
Anyhow, guys, I love the Ziffer. I speak to the Ziffer off camera once in a while.
Great.
He's a boy. What a chatterbox, man. He's unbelievable.
Yeah.
He's unbelievable.
Johnny's a chatterbox.
Oh yeah, Johnny.
Yeah, Johnny won't shut up to let him get a word in, which is
my bad. I'm
unbelievable.
sorry.
I just
well, not an I'm on, Johnny. You're gonna keep quiet. Anyhow, I listened to a guy yesterday on ESPN. He made a very, very good point I want to share with you guys.
Okay.
He said we should get a quarterback this year in the draft because too many guys are talking about 27 and how stacked the quarterback class is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
He said, think about it this way. If we win, let's just say this year we win 6 or 7 games and we're 8 or 9 in the draft, maybe 10. Okay.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
If we were 10 right now,
yeah,
and we had 3 first-round picks,
mm-hmm.
we still would not be able to take those 3 first-round picks and turn it into Mendoza. The Raiders would not give up Mendoza for probably 2 or 3 first-rounders right now. That's how desperate they want a quarterback. Right.
I agree. Yeah.
So if that's the case, what makes us think that we're going to get Arch Manning next year? And why would we give up 3 first-round picks for a quarterback, no matter how good he is in the draft? That is an absolute moronic move. Would you 3 guys agree with that?
I wouldn't be. Well, here's the thing. 2 things here. First off, there should be a lot of quarterbacks in next year's class. There should be, but we said there should have been in this one, and there isn't. So take that.
All right. We don't know about that, though, Paul. There's a lot of quarterbacks right now in this draft that look pretty damn good. That are worth taking a flyer on. Absolutely.
Well, flyer on. Yeah, but there's a difference between taking a flyer on somebody and investing a potential top 5 pick in somebody. That's, so no, if it depends who is number 1. Let's say, I'm going to make this up, Tennessee. I don't think they're going to have the number 1 pick, but let's say they have the number 1 pick next year. They would move number 1. So if Arch Manning ends up, if he continues how he ended the year, Arch will have a very good shot at being the number 1 overall pick next year. Tennessee would move that pick. And if we have 3 number 1s and we can move up to them, and we could get our quarterback. Don't we want our quarterback regardless? Let me ask you a question. Let's do a quick trivia, Neil. Do you know how much the Bills gave up when they traded for Josh Allen?
I don't think they gave up much because they got him in a lower draft pick, right?
The real answer is this. Who gives a shit? He's the MVP. No one cares.
Yeah, I know that, but we didn't know he was going to be the MVP when he was coming out of the draft.
And we
Let's put it this way. Josh Allen was the Drew Aller of this year. I mean, really, when you look at it, size, big arm, everything, but not so accurate. That was his knock coming out of the draft.
That's the point. It's like next year, even if they drafted Arch, we wouldn't know if they're the real deal, but you just got to trust that the organization, if they believe that Arch is the guy and they're willing to go up 3 number ones, I hope they're fucking right. Let's go. And
hey, we trusted Joe Douglas to take Zach Wilson too.
That was unfortunate. Yeah.
All right, look, the quarterback, this draft stuff, okay?
Okay.
It's a crapshoot. Like Ziff said, it's all a basic lottery ticket. We all pontificate. We all think we know who the next great player is going to be for our team. We know this, we know that. Look, at the end of the day, and it's the Jets, guys. The Jets are not going to do and get the quarterback we want, and he's going to be a fairy tale and take us to the Super Bowl. That's not how this team is going to end up. Look at how the Knicks. You're a big Knicks fan, right, Johnny? Is that your team? I'm a Knicks fan also.
Yeah, same.
Okay. How did the Knicks become better than we expected? Jalen Brunson came to the Knicks, right? Was he expected to be this great savior that's going to save the franchise?
Everybody was so pissed off when Jalen Brunson came on
there
over.
You go.
He was overpaid.
Everybody
is what
was
they
overpaid.
said, right?
He was being
Exactly. But that's what's making. See, that's how it happens to us in New York. It's the unexpected. It's not the expected that's going to take us to the promised land. It's the unexpected. Okay. Nobody expected Sanchez to take us to 2 championship games. That was a pipe dream, and it happened. And he was not the. Was he a top quarterback coming out of the draft that everybody said was a no brainer or no?
Yeah, he was. Mark Sanchez from USC.
I don't think he was a no brainer. He had the same problems that Ty Simpson has in a different way about limited starts. He didn't play a ton at USC.
Who was in that? Was he the first pick in that draft? Was he the first?
Matt Stafford was number 1 overall.
Okay, there you go. Okay, now as far as the Jets go, as far as quarterback goes, I would say if they take Simpson and they like Simpson, and he definitely has the tools to become a franchise quarterback. There's no question he has the tools. The question is, are we going to be able to develop those tools? Is he more what we saw in the first half of the year than the second half? And it appears he might be, because it shows, it's apparent that he was hurt, that he lost a lot of weight, that, you got to look at also the fact that he did not have, let's put it this way. If you took Mendoza and put him on Alabama, and you took Simpson and put him on Indiana, how much different would the season have gone for Indiana? I could say it might have not been different at all. Might have still been a championship win for that team, because when you look at it, coaching was the biggest part of that win for Indiana. That 4th down play that was called where he ran it in for a touchdown, that was all on the coach. That was coaching. That was brains. That was strategy. That was done on a high level by the coaching staff. Agreed, guys?
Sure.
It's always coaching.
Yeah. Now, I will say another thing. I looked at the last couple of games in Indiana, and I was not a big college watcher, okay? But I will tell you something. Indiana wide receivers did not drop a single pass. Mendoza made some bad passes behind guys, behind them on a crossing pattern, etc. And these guys came up with the catches. That one guy, 80, took one off his shoe tops down the field that probably most of the college receivers would have dropped without a question. And I was not I didn't look at this guy and say, wow, this is a, franchise quarterback, no new situation. He's going to take the Raiders to big places. I don't see that. I don't really think that he's, his comparisons are what? What's his comparisons? I forgot what they said. Who they comparing Mendoza to?
Oh my God. Who the? Oh my God, I'm missing it now because we haven't thought about Mendoza in a while.
Yeah.
God, I don't know. The name's escaping me.
Right,
He
but
is
it
World
wasn't
Player
it wasn't a
Contest nominated.
franchise quarterback, that's for sure. It
Oh,
wasn't
Jared Goff. Jared Goff.
Jared Goff. Okay, Jared Goff, had an off year this year, and basically, I attribute his off year to the fact that he didn't have the kind of protection he had the previous 2 years. I think Detroit lost a little bit on the offensive line last year, and that kind of hurt him a little bit because, Sam Darnold, like a lot of these other quarterbacks, when they get pressured and they get hit, it's a different game for these guys. And that's CJ Stroud's a perfect example. I mean, in the playoffs, his offensive line was not protecting him that well, and he folded like a wet blanket. So Easy's right about one thing. The offensive line is of the utmost importance. I'm not saying we should go draft an offensive lineman, but my feeling is this as far as the team is concerned. We need a wide receiver. Okay. There's several wide receivers in this draft. Again, I'm not a draft guy, but from what I've heard, there's at least 5 or 6 really good receivers. Johnny, is that accurate in this draft?
Yeah, and I think there's a lot more that's not being talked about enough because they go to schools that are not really known out there. So yes, Neil, there are a lot more wide receivers than what are being talked about. But yes, I agree with you.
So I think a wide receiver, we don't necessarily, unless Jake loves this guy Lemon. If Lemon is around at 16, that would probably be a good pick for us because that's a need position. He's probably the best of the receivers out there, right, Johnny?
I like Lemon a lot, and I think Lemon
is he going to be the first guy? Is he going to be the first receiver picked or not?
No, I think it's Carnell Tate.
Oh, Tate, right? Okay.
Yeah, the Ohio State kid, right?
Right. So let's just say we go with I think defense. Obviously, we're taking 2. We're taking Reese. 16. If you have a really good receiver, that's because you have to look at it. Muji's probably looking at what our biggest needs are. Our biggest needs are what? Receiver, right? Mm-hmm. What else is the big need that we could take a top player in this first 20 picks? What would be the player and the position that we need the most, Johnny?
I would probably still say I think we still need a Mike, right? So I would say linebacker.
Linebacker, you're not going to take in the first 16 picks. It's not a position that pays the. See, you have to look at it also this way. What is it going to cost? Okay, to get a top linebacker. Look, I like the guy from the Bears that just got taken, the middle linebacker. What's his name? Edmonds.
Yeah.
Okay. What did Edmonds? Edmonds is not making $20 million a year, is he?
I think he got paid.
Yeah, but
he got 3 years, 36. So I think it's $12 million per.
$12 million. So Johnny, linebacker is not where you go in the draft because you can get linebackers that are really good and established for $12 to $15 million. You want to take a position in the draft that you could take a guy on a set salary for 4 years that we would normally have to go out and free agency and pay $20 million plus for. And those positions are offensive line, edge, cornerback. Okay. We really didn't talk much about cornerback. We really could use a really good corner if there's at 16, wide receiver or corner are the 2 spots we should go after. If we don't love Simpson, that's the 2 spots we go at because those are the 2 positions that we need that are going to cost the most to replace in free agency. Is that a good assessment or not? What do you feel about that?
With managing your money?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you got to manage your money, right? So you got to pay for what you get. Like you're going to pay top dollar for top performance, right? So
yes,
you got to go edge, right? Because that's a high ticket item.
Well, we already got that established. We're taking Reese or the other guy at edge, so that's done.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm not completely sold on that. I'm looking for possibly Reese is the hands down is the top vote by everyone in the media. Everybody, but we don't know what the Jets do. Jets things. So,
it's going to be one of the 2. Listen, if you guys are if we're all at a draft party together, and they don't take Reese or the other edge player, and we end up taking some stupid move, we're going to be booing the shit out of the draft. Let's face it, guys. It's going to be Reese or what's the other guy again? The edge guy. What's his name?
Bailey.
Bailey.
You have Bain, Bailey.
Okay.
So you have choices at edge.
All right.
I agree that cornerback is a position of need as well. To get some youth on the team, to get a good cornerback, you're going to pay later. So why not pay earlier?
And if you look at the previous drafts, guys, in the last 4 years, you could get a superstar stud cornerback in the first 20 picks of the draft. Even farther on, there's a lot of guys that start year one and make very productive contributions that are at the corner position. That's a good transitional position to make from college to the pros without a lot of fanfare, because these guys come out of the draft and they're ready to play, especially if they play for a good organization. They're ready to go, and you could plug and play them. And right now, we could take a guy. If we took the first, second, or third best corner in the draft, he's going to start for us day one. Is that a fair assessment? Although I like the guy we took in free agency.
I do. Nation Wright. Yeah,
that guy looks really, really good. Go ahead.
I think we're forgetting about AZ Thomas. Prior to AZ Thomas' injury, AZ Thomas was doing really well.
Yeah,
he was great.
And what did we take him in the third round last year?
Third round. Third round.
So, all right, but he's not. But here's the thing: he's not a Revis Island guy. We know he's got a ceiling that's not going to be top 5 or top 10 corner.
But that's the thing, right? We're constantly comparing every corner that we get to Revis, and Revis is a once in a lifetime type of player. Not even like I don't even want to say corner. I want to say player. Right? Mm-hmm. Like, you're not ever going to get another Darrelle Revis ever again. I don't see it happening. What that dude did that one season when he locked up that whole entire name, right? Who was it? Megatron, Chad Ochocinco, Terrell Owens, Smith from the Panthers. Like, we could keep going. I think Johnson, right? Andre Johnson. Yeah. There's a whole bunch. So like, I get what you're saying, Neil. Because look, there is a place for me that, and Snowball will probably agree because he's high on him as well. At 2, right? And you're saying that if we get somebody else, we would completely boo them. If at 2, and then Sonny Styles is the pick for. Are you gonna boo that pick?
Yes. Sonny Styles. Look, Sonny Styles is a linebacker. He's not. He blew the charts off in the draft, in the combine, this, that, and the other thing. He's not going to be an edge for us. He's not going to get to the quarterback and make a difference in a game and close a game out for us, is he?
We don't
know. How many tackles did he miss last season? I'm just looking at last season's stats.
How much does he weigh? He's like 240, right? He's not what is Sonny Styles? What's
6'5", 244.
Yeah, that's pretty big. Okay,
that's what I mean.
Is he gonna be? Well, here's the thing. We got DeMario. Here's the problem. When you forget it, when you take him, we need a middle linebacker. DeMario Davis is going to be good for us because we need a linebacker that when a running back hits the hole,
right,
and our middle linebacker meets that running back. That he doesn't go for 2 or 3 or 4 extra yards after he gets hit.
Right.
And that's been our problem the last couple of years since C.J. Mosley. When C.J. Mosley was in the game, guys, all right, and we have never been the same without C.J. Mosley in the lineup.
Sure.
When he hits a guy head on, I don't care who it is in the league, could have been the best running back in the game. He wraps the guy and he's down right there. 1 yard, maybe he gets extra. That's it. Now, he was not a cover guy. Guys ran all over him, and he had cement shoes a little bit. But the reality is we have that linebacker, I think, with DeMario that's going to really help us in the run game. We beefed up the run game by getting some fatties on the D-line, so we're good there, all right? Sherwood has got to be the guy that Sonny Styles would be if we took him. And I think Sherwood will have a bounce-back year because now he could be put in a position – where he could roam the field, use his skills, and he's an athletic guy. So we're okay there. We need a corner that is going to be now. The other player that's in this draft that is really the one that they think could be the next superstar is the safety, right? What's his name? Downs.
Caleb Downs.
Yeah,
Caleb Downs.
Okay, so they're saying this guy Caleb Downs could be the best guy in this backfield wise. He's the number one guy in talent in the draft. Is
That's
that
safety.
correct?
That's correct. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we took care of the safety with Micah, and we need a safety that could communicate with the backfield, and we have the perfect situation now because we have two guys that are veterans that could control the middle of the field. That we're good. We need a corner. We need a wide receiver. Okay, forget about tight ends. Eddie's talking about a tight end. We're good in the tight end room because we're bringing back the guy. We're going to use the guy from the Colts we didn't use last year because Frank Reich knows the guy, and I liked him, but we never used him. Okay,
right.
And we have the fullback that we signed that had a good. We have plenty of tight ends. That position is closed. Running back closed. Offensive line, I could say that's closed. And we're not going to use the top pick on an offensive lineman. Defense, we got the line closed. We got an edge because we're taking him at 2. Now we need corner. We definitely need a corner. Would you guys agree with that?
Yeah, I like Nahshon Wright, but I think you could use a corner. Sure.
Right. Because these guys get hurt. And the problem we had is our big investment last year, Stevens, is for shit. He's not been a good player. Right or wrong, the guy stinks.
I thought he was. So I would say this: he sucked at the beginning of the year.
But he sucked at the end of the year
then he
too.
got to like an average level.
Right.
And that's basically what he was. I thought he was like an average corner this past season.
But we paid him like a top corner. That's the problem. We really made a bad investment there.
It's only $12 million per year. The highest paid corner is $30 million. So like he's making less than half of that. He's fine.
BG,
So
let me ask you something real quick. I'm sorry, Neil. Because I want to go back to the conversation of the linebackers, right?
Okay.
We're switching to the 3-4, right? Suppose it. That's
primarily
that's the whole conversation.
There will be multiple fronts, so they will run 4-3 and 3-4, but their base, I believe, is set to be 3-4. That is correct.
So,
yes.
So Neil, I saw the Ohio and I think it was in Indiana game, right?
Yeah.
And Reese disappeared in that game. You know who was cleaning everything up? It was Sonny Styles. Sonny Styles was that guy in that game. See that game itself when you get a chance, Neil, and just check it out. Dude,
I watched that game.
Him next to Demario Davis and learning from that guy. Because, dude, I do not believe.
What are we going to do with Sherwood, though, Johnny boy? Sherwood's got to be in there.
I don't.
What do you want to bench Sherwood? We're paying Sherwood. You want to bench him?
I hope
we're going to trade him.
I hope we trade him.
All right. Hey, listen, if we trade him, that's another thing. But if we're going to do that, we got to do it before the draft. Then at least it makes sense. But I am not taking a linebacker at 2. It's not happening. I think it's a stupid move because, edge and edge is a premier position, and we need an edge player that's going to make a difference. Now, whether it's Bain, whether it's all 3 of the guys in this draft in the top are difference makers on edge. They are clearly the most talented 3 guys. One of the, if everybody's all these guys, Kuiper and all of them, Bain, the other 2 guys,
David Bailey and Reese. Yep.
Reese are all top 20 in their draft picks. Is that correct? I mean, none of them have those guys outside of the top 20.
Oh, right. Most guys do not. My draft analyst that joins me on Monday has David Bailey is barely a top 50 player, so he's very low on David Bailey.
All right, that's one guy, though. That's one guy.
No, right. That's what I'm saying. The majority of the people, yes, have them all.
Yeah, so the bottom line is that's an absolute need for us, that we need a guy that's going to be a difference maker on edge, Johnny. That's why you can't take a linebacker in the first 2 picks.
I just know we need more linebackers. BG, explain to me what a 3-4 is, real quick. If you can.
Yeah, real quick. I will. And Neil, I want to thank you so much for the call. 3-4 essentially is you have 3 down linemen and 4 linebackers, right? And then the difference in a 4-3 to a 3-4, like in a 3-4, you normally have a big fat guy in the middle who is space eating. You have 2 bigger defensive ends because they have to help in run blocking. And then your 4 linebackers. 2 of them are stand-up pass rushers that can sometimes be on the perimeter. And then you have 2 inside linebackers. So that's how it can work for the 3-4. But again, it's sort of amorphous. Like, and a lot of people say, oh, we're a 3-4 team. We're a 4-3 team. Everyone's sort of hybrid now. So, like, you have different packages. Like, there's going to be packages where Tavondre Sweat is the nose. And then there's going to be packages where you switch them out and it's a 4-3, and maybe you have Harrison Phillips and Juwan Briggs next to each other. And then Will McDonald has his hand in the dirt. Maybe Arvell Reese has his hand in the dirt on the other side. There's just a lot of different combinations that can happen.
So it's a numbers game. It's a numbers game, right? Yeah. You want 5 opposing players to occupy 3 opposing players on the other side. You want 2 guys to draw double teams. You want 1 guy to play one-on-one. That way, you're creating a hole somewhere.
100%. It is the numbers. It's like you trying to get your best guy in a one-on-one situation against your tackle. And sometimes that can be exotic blitzes where you power rush the left side and you have more guys on the right than they have to cover. So they have to overcompensate on a pass protection slide to the right. And then all of a sudden, we got Will on their left. Let's go and go to town. Or you flip it and someone misses an assignment. All of a sudden, a running back's on Will and he eats, or Arvell Reese, and he blows up that guy and gets to the quarterback very quickly. I wanted to get to the super chat. We couldn't get to it earlier. This is from Philium. So let's get to Philium here on the channel.
Wow. Thank you, Phil.
Happy for JWW if you missed it earlier. And I saw my tweet is getting some interactions now of saying they just subscribed. So hopefully the numbers are continuing to grow for you guys. We'll get that live number update from Snowball here in just a second. I don't have it up anymore. But Philium says, so happy for Jets Worldwide. Snowball, does that mean you guys can now receive super chats on your channel for live streams? Okay, 502. Very nice. All right. So can you answer that question, Snowball? Are you now in super chat land?
I don't know. I think I have to fill out forms and paperwork and all that stuff.
Now that you're there, right.
Yeah,
so,
I don't know.
I don't know signing autographs.
I don't know the particulars of what it is, but I'll find out.
Well, I can tell you this. I believe so, Philium, because our MC Show digital channel, which is another channel I'm trying to help grow, they just surpassed over 500, and we have been able to receive super chats. So there are some to the point. So Snowball and Johnny Boy have some homework this week. There's some P's and Q's and all these other T's and I's that are crossed and dotted to set themselves up now that they've reached this monetization level. So that's a lot of backup work for you guys to figure out before you can open it. But hopefully you guys can get that all set up before Friday. We'll see if the YouTube gods allow it. So there is a bunch of behind the scenes BS you guys have to do before you can officially launch that side of it. So hopefully you guys have the time to be able to do that before your first show, because that'd be cool for people to start sending in super chats and things of that nature, you guys. So I hope that can indeed happen. I think Philium had another comment.
And big thank you to Phil, man. Phil, dude, he's on the streets. Yeah. Street team is hard out there. So thank you so much, man. Thank you, Phil. A lot of love for Phil, man.
I just want to concur with the Philium comment real quick on Azaria Thomas, because Johnny Boy, you've been caping for Azaria, and I love Azaria. I'm very excited about him. I brought up my draft analyst earlier. Drew Beatty, he's going to be with us for the draft. We're going to have a post-free agency first wave mock draft on the show tomorrow. That'll be a lot of fun. But he is with us throughout the entire draft process, and he grades the draft after, gives it bluntly. He thinks the Jets did this well. He thinks they did this terrible. His pick of the draft, not just the Jets, of the draft, was Azaria Thomas falling to the Jets in the 3rd round. He said that was a first-round player on my board. You guys got him in the 3rd round. And he sung the sweet praises, and it was all over him. Unfortunately, Azaria Thomas dealt with a lot of injuries at the beginning of the year, so he sort of lost in the sauce. He finally gets on the field, Sauce Gardner trade, and no pressure, replace Sauce Gardner, gets on the field, and he's okay. And then he gets hurt again, has, I believe it was shoulder surgery this offseason, so that sort of knocked him out. I'm intrigued by Azaria Thomas, but I'm not ready to make him an unquestioned starter. Obviously, the Jets aren't either. They just signed Nashawn Wright. I think Brandon Stevens is going to be a starter. Lock him in. Minka can play a little bit of slot, but I think Jarvis Brownlee Jr. will still be, after hearing more from everybody involved, I don't think it's like Minka's taking Jarvis's gig and he's going to play boundary corner, although he does have that experience. I believe he will still be primary or slot corner, and then Minka can just play some more big nickel. I believe we're going to have a pull stick broken in half, and Azaria Thomas is in the room, and Nashawn Wright's in the room. One of them's walking out as a starter, and there's still more to be done potentially in the draft. I hope Azaria Thomas beats out Nashawn Wright. That'll be difficult. Nashawn's coming off an awesome year, and he's got a lot of flex credential stats from last year that will intrigue the Jets. But that's where I'm at with Philliam. We don't know what Thomas is for good or bad. Like, oh yeah, he's a superstar. Oh wow, he's terrible. I have no idea what he is. So the Jets don't have any idea what he is, and they have all the information in the building. That's why they signed Nashon Wright, and that's why they could still draft another corner in the draft. And then Quantez Stiggers is a forgotten man, and I like Quantez a lot. So it's just there's a lot of TBD here. So I just want to reiterate. I saw the Philliam super chat. Thank you, Philliam, for the super chat and the raffle tickets, and then also shout out to JWW. But yeah, I don't think we know what Azaria is. So the Jets owe it to themselves to do homework there. You can't just count on Azaria being a thing, and I'm glad they didn't. Obviously, with the right signing, I think that would have been a mistake.
I mean, within the Sean Wright pick, right? Isn't he known for giving big plays?
Yes, he had 5 picks last year. I believe he had 2 forced fumbles and 3 fumble recoveries. So 10 total turnover opportunities he created. That's correct.
But he's also let other wide receivers just completely blow past him, and they've scored huge touchdowns on him.
Yeah, he's been toasted. I won't lie. The 6'4", 199-pound corner has been toasted. Yes.
I mean, that's all I'm saying. Look,
you're just trying to trash him. You're just trying to.
No,
I'm not. You're just trying
to
throw some disrespect.
I'm not trying to trash him at all. I know that, but that.
Did you know he got burnt? Yes. Okay.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
What do you mean that's not trying to trash him?
Like,
At least if you're going to try to trash him, stab me in the front instead of stab me in the back. Okay?
I just have to say this.
I just want to sprinkle this in. I'm like, okay, what do you have to say? You know, he got toast last year a few times. I'm like, yeah. You're like, okay. And then that was it. You didn't have anything else to say. So how is that not disrespect? How's that not slander? How's that not, hey, I'm not trying to come at the king, but hey, push.
All I'm saying is this is, and you kind of hit on it. I'm glad that they're not just giving the starting cornerback position to AZ Thomas or to anybody. Because if we're going to be 100% honest, and I'm saying it right now, the defense was straight trash last year. Okay.
Agreed.
So, was AZ Thomas part of it? Yeah. So don't
he got toasted by T. Higgins. Did you see that play in the Jets-Bengals game, Week 8? And T. Higgins fucking blew by Azaria. Azaria was like, what? Huh? What happened? He got beat on a 50-yard touchdown bomb. So yeah, we're talking about people getting toasted and roasted.
I'm just saying, that's all I mean, man. We're trying to champion right. This dude is going to be the next savior at cornerback for us.
It takes a team. It takes a team. That's why, listen, your safety room is just as important as your quarterback room. That's why you brought in Minkah Fitzpatrick. That's why you're going to draft a safety somewhere, and you're going to try to, seal the top. So, there are things that we need to do still. AZ Thomas, promising. Like Phil said, you don't know what you got yet.
Exactly.
Yeah,
but I'm all for competition. Competition's good. A competition safety room. There's a bunch of guys in there, corner, and then we still have a draft and still more free agency. I still think there's a couple more moves the Jets can make. Now, I don't think they're going to be $50 million deals. They're probably more one-year deals and give shots, but I'm totally copacetic with that at a couple of different positions. I could totally see that. Yeah, go ahead.
And BG and Snowball, and that's what I mean. You build your team from the draft itself. The pieces that we just got in free agency, there should be rotational pieces that'll be able to elevate the guys a lot more. I'm hoping that this helps out our guy in Will McDonald, right? I hope that Will McDonald's now going to be used in the correct ways, and he has a huge step forward going into this year itself.
That'd be great.
There's a lot of other things that I think. Now, no disrespect to Neil, because Neil, first and foremost, he's a really huge Jets fan.
Well, can you be honest with me first? Can you be honest with me?
I will be honest with you. Great. I just can't I think if anything we've seen with the New York Jets this upcoming draft, they have not tailored themselves to just one position.
Good. That's what you should do. You should fill as many holes in free agency as possible to give yourself flexibility in the draft where, I'm not quite as emphatic. Neil was like, this is done. Check. I'm like, I don't know if I like offensive line done, this position done. I think Neil was a little bit more, thumb on the scale about things being done than me.
Personally. To come to Neil's defense, he might have been referring to free agency, right? Where these things have been solved during free agency, and now we have the flexibility to.
Okay. So maybe we're all saying the same things different ways. So
right,
yeah, that's possible. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. All right, let's go to this guy. This guy's not afraid to say what's on his mind, and I like that about him. You know him. It's James joining us here on the program. What's up,
James.
James?
What's up, gentlemen? How
Oh,
we doing?
James, good to see you, bro.
Yeah, bro.
You doing
I'm
good?
fresh out the hospital. Feel okay.
Good.
Feel
Oh,
good.
Jesus.
Good.
Oh, God.
How's your
I'm
back?
good. I'm
How's
good.
the
I'm
back?
good.
Okay.
Good. Hurt my back. Nothing crazy. I'm good.
You can bend now. You can bend side
Yeah,
to side. You got
I
all the
could bend. I could
flexibility
twist.
back.
They put me on this Dilaudid. I was in fucking planet fucking Mars. I don't know where I was.
Nice.
But, yeah.
Right, they took care of you.
Yeah.
Nice.
But
James.
all right, so let's cut to the shit cake here. Who do
Yeah.
you boys want it to? Because I'm flip flopping daily here. I'm going from Arvell Reese to Sonny Styles. I don't know. Start someone.
Yes, I'm on Arvell Reese, but I understand your flip flopping is my same flip flopping. Is that you just and it depends, right? I watch a highlight reel of Sonny Styles, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm in.
Yeah.
And I see a highlight reel of Arvell Reese, I'm like, damn it, I'm in. So to me, I don't think they can lose. If you flip a coin, either one is good. And the thing that I love about both, and I've heard Connor Rogers talk about this on NBC, is that both of them are not these boom bust guys. They both are players that he thinks are just going to be really good. And then now, so that's a floor. And now how good are they going to be? That's the question. So to me, I'd lean towards Arvell Reese because I think I can see the Jets using him as like an off-ball linebacker on early downs. And then third down, okay, he's part of the pass rush plan. Let's get after it. Sonny Styles, I love that he is a heat-seeking missile. He's great in the run game, and he's a monster. 6'5", 244 pounds, and man, and then obviously blew the top off the combine. He's a freaking unbelievable athlete.
Whose ceiling is higher to you? For me, honestly, I think Styles' ceiling is a little higher. I do, personally.
I guess, well, here's the thing. Sonny's not going to ever be a pure edge rusher. So, like,
No.
the only problem... So, I guess on ceiling, it's hard to sort of compare because it's a little bit of apple-orange just because they won't end up truly be doing the same things. But I can see why. The fact that it's even a conversation, I think, speaks to it. That you could argue one person's ceiling is higher than the other. So, I'd love either, to be honest.
Next, Johnny Boy.
Yeah, you go next,
so James, I'm on the same boat with you, and Snowball can attest to it. I'm constantly changing amongst, and that's why I love what the New York Jets have put themselves in a position where they could get any of those guys, and they're not wrong. You know, like, but if I'm gonna hit you with my number 2 right now, I'm probably gonna say Zavada from Michigan.
Who?
Zavada from Michigan, just to
piss
everybody off.
Stop.
And everybody is
You're bugging.
I mean, James, today I'm Styles. I would say Styles. I want Styles next to DeMario Davis.
Oh my God! I can't, bro. They're gonna be all over the field, and with these big fatties up front, they're gonna be. They're gonna have so much room to just free reign, run around, and go hit the ball. Like 100%. It's gonna be something really special. I really do believe that. I think it's Snowball.
Yeah. Look, listen, if you think about what we did with Sauce Gardner, right? Like his statistics when he came out of college, right? Not like undefended. Like he gave up nothing. Right. I see Sonny Styles as the same type of player, like not giving up the play, not giving up the yardage, right? Being a very reliable person. Reese being, and all props to Reese, right? Albert Reese, but like to not know exactly, what to do with Reese. Like you can put him here, you can put him there. The question is, what Styles can do. Right. So for me, I'm a Styles guy. I believe that he is a solid pick at number 2. His versatility and his speed alone is, and
it's freakish. They're both freakish
at the combat. Yes. So I'm a Styles guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. One more thing. I said it the other night. I'm sick and tired of it's not bashing, but can we put some respect on Mason Taylor?
Yes.
In his rookie year, he had 44 catches, 389 yards, and 2 or 3 touchdowns. If he goes up another level, and he's going to be a legitimate weapon in this offense next year, I guarantee it. And I think he's overlooked. I think it's really, people are forgetting about how good this kid could really be.
I agree.
Not me.
I think a lot of people are trash.
No, I feel like I've been hearing a lot of we need another tight end. Jeremy Ruckert's not going to be. I don't think Jeremy Ruckert's going to be on the field much. I think Mason Taylor is going to get 70% of the snaps.
So, James, I tell you this. So, I love Mason Taylor. I think Mason Taylor. I'm gonna be honest with you. The only reason why I didn't want Mason Taylor was because of his pops. And
I agree.
On how much I hate the
bro.
Dolphins.
Yeah, Jet hater, of course. Yeah, fuck
right,
Jason
exactly.
Taylor. But when he was here when he was with us, I loved him.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course.
Exactly.
You're right. Yeah, that was fun.
Dude, if we could mirror, right, where we have a Aaron Hernandez and a Rob Gronkowski type
Besides
of style,
the crazy.
right? Exactly.
Yeah,
but you have that in with Mason Taylor and with
too soon.
And with Sadiq,
probably forever too soon.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just adding another weapon because I don't see Sadiq too much of a tight end. I see him as a playmaker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think that would also benefit Mason Taylor and everything.
Okay.
And then now your whole offense looks completely different. You know, Garrett Wilson, you got AD Mitchell, you got Mason Taylor, and then you do have a Sadiq, a guy that could, because I mean, look what he did in the combine. Look how fast he ran.
He's a freak, man.
That dude just a freak. Is another one.
Yep.
All I want in this draft is the New York Jets to get good ballers, get good playmakers.
And you know what? And you know what? I can finally say I know Muji is going to bring in good ballers. He's going to bring in good players to this team. So let's go, boys. Great job. I'll talk to you soon.
There he is, James. Join us here on the show. Wow.
With the guns
from James.
With the guns.
Now, he doesn't like that being highlighted. Does not like that being highlighted. But I'm sure someone who does enjoy it being highlighted. Let's bring him in. Ron L. enters the octagon. What's up, Ron?
Hey, Ron. How are you?
Hey, guys. First time caller. I talked to Jake's on his show here and there. Anyway, my point is, I'm calling about as far as everybody's all over the Arnell Reese, Bailey, Styles, and you look at their stats, they're mediocre stats. I mean, you know that not Bailey, that Reese has not. I looked at the stats, so this it's not like I knew this, but he has not forced a fumble his whole career in college. He hadn't had a sack for the last 6 games. So you talk about, he's playing a team like Rutgers. How is he not getting the backfield, forcing fumbles, ripping the quarterback down? I just don't understand how these guys are so far up there. And you look at somebody like Ruben Bain there, who's actually been doing it. He's been sacking the quarterback. He's definitely a better sacker of the quarterback. And he's actually, do you know his arm length? I heard this recently, so it's not like I knew it. Is 1 1.25 inch shorter than the guy that was drafted by Detroit a couple years ago.
Aiden Hutchinson?
Yeah. So you're worried about 1.25 inches on each arm for a guy that's probably a better pass rusher and run and tackler. Against the run. So I'm just saying those are little tiny measurements. You're talking about a guy who maybe just gets better positioning, gets better penetration. So to make up for his shorter arms, 1 inch. I mean, I'm sorry, that's not much. A guy that's running to your right, you're reaching out, you're just putting a little more into it. Anyway, another thing on Ty Simpson. I heard Will Parkinson say this the other day. He was talking about, if you do like him and, he is the next guy, next quarterback to be taken. He said, he's been sitting for 4 years. Everybody says, oh, he's got to come in and sit for a year. He played under Saban while he sat the bench. Right. So he's been sitting for 4 years. You don't bring him in and sit another year or two. He's actually probably ready to play. He's got a lot to learn, but now you have at least a Musgrave and you have, right there. And you got to, if you have 52 Pro Bowlers on your team and you have a crap quarterback, you're lucky to go 500. You're lucky to win a few games. You have a really good quarterback and, 52 mediocre players, you're probably in the playoffs. So I'm just saying, I take the swing at the quarterback this year and next year. You do it until you get one. Well, you're in position. You're in the top of the round this year, and next year you're probably going to be with one of your picks. Take one each year. It's just you're taking a chance. You're talking about these other measurables on these other guys. Like I said, look at all their stats. Even the safety there. He's got 2 picks a year for 2 years. It's just like these things aren't like jumping out at you like, God, I got to have this guy. I'm just saying these are things that if you're going to take a swing, but a good, calculated swing, take one at the quarterback. Because like I said, otherwise we're having the same conversation next year. And we have an okay team around a quarterback that sucks, And that's just a few points. Just figured I'd throw it out there.
Ron, thanks for calling in, brother. Appreciate you calling in for the first time. Again, I mention it all the time, and I love to reiterate it when this happens. So it's cool that you jump on Jake's show, and I'm glad you're jumping on this one. Those phone lines are open, whether you've never called before or whether you call 100 times. I welcome everyone on this show to share their opinion. I would say the interesting thing of what Ron said about the Will Parkinson comment from Ty Simpson, if you're the Jets and you want to take Ty Simpson, you need to see Ty Simpson at some point this year.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot take, let's play out the scenario we talked about earlier. Okay. Jets are at 33. Let's say they trade up to like 28 or something. They trade up and get Ty Simpson in the draft and they take him. And let's say he doesn't play at all this year coming up, 2026. What do you do in the 2027 NFL draft?
Yeah.
Do you say, well, we did take that Ty Simpson fella. I guess we shouldn't take a quarterback here. No, you can't do that. You have to, if you take Ty Simpson at some point, I don't care if hopefully it's more than one game, but like you need to see him for a pocket of games and make a determination. Either this guy can be a good backup for us. This guy, we can trade to someone else and we reset the clock and we take another quarterback here. You have to have those answers. There is no way you can take Ty Simpson and not play him at all. Because if in your head you're saying you're not playing him at all, then don't take him. Because you can't take him and then go into the 2027 NFL draft and have any of your thoughts filtered. That's, to me, where you get into a lot of problems. I don't mind the strategy Ron said about taking a quarterback every year. I agree. I would do that every friggin' year. And even if I had Patrick Mahomes, even if I had him as the Jets quarterback, I would still take a quarterback every year. I'd rather have the problem of, oh, geez, I have too many quarterbacks. Give me that problem. Snowball, sounds like you have something to say.
Yeah, I wanted to ask both of you. System plays a part as well. Like,
100%.
you know, in a pro system in college football as opposed to, you know, non-pro football system. So I don't have the stats in front of me and I haven't looked at like the past 10 years or whatever, but like the quarterbacks who have had success in the NFL in the past 10 years, who have come out of a pro style system as opposed to a non-pro style system, I'd be interested in knowing like who's had success and who hasn't success. What's the difference? Ty Simpson at Alabama, pro style offense, right?
Yes.
Pro
Right,
style
yes.
offense. So you know, the meaning that he's had limited exposure in game time with that type of a system, as opposed to someone who hasn't, who maybe had more reps in a system that isn't pro style, right? Does that make a difference? What's the ratio? I don't know. I'd be interested in knowing if anybody in the chat wants to look it up, but I can't look it up right now. But I'd be interested in that. That would make me lean towards Simpson or someone else, you know, in different ways. So I'm really not sure. But to Ron's point, you know, Simpson sitting this year, you can't if you take him. And to, I don't know. What do you guys think?
I don't want to take Ty Simpson right now at either where we're at from 216, 33rd, or 44th. And I'll tell you why. I'd rather take a chance on a guy. It's very similar to what you're saying, BG. Give me Drew Allar. Okay. Drew Allar was a guy prior to his injury was supposed to go into the first round. So the talent is there, but he just had his injury. Everything on his meds now are coming out and are saying that this kid is good. He's good to go. Why not take the swing with our 144th, okay, with a Drew Allar that has that build, Snowball, that has that build that you like, do 6'5", 200 and whatever pounds the kid is, has a rocket of an arm. His biggest issue is supposed that he cannot, you know, hit the target on stride or whatever. I didn't see that at the combine, but he didn't have pads on. He wasn't doing this. Hey, look, it is what it is. I like what I saw for him. Give me a Luke Ottmeyer, another guy that has ran in that type of pro system that you're talking about, Snowball, that has the bigger upside there, but that you could get them later on and has the potential to be a Tom Brady, a Brock Purdy. But at the end of the day, it all falls into the coaching and what the coaching staff is going to do with them and put them in these type of positions. So again, give me the guy in Drew Allar that was supposed to be number one, but had an injury, dropped his stock. Okay. Because guess who might that happen to next year? It could happen. What if what's his name from the Ducks and he ends up getting hurt and he was supposed to be a first pick, but he's now going to drop because of an injury. I hope that doesn't happen to him. But that's just my take on that, you know.
Yeah. Here are the picks, everybody. This is updated post Gino Smith trade. So the Jets have 2 first-round picks, of course, 2nd overall, 16th overall. They have 2 second-round picks, 33 overall, 44th overall. They have 2 4th-round picks thanks to the comp pick formula. They were able to get a 4th rounder for losing DJ Reed last year. So they have 103rd overall and now 140th overall. They have 1 5th-round pick. Thank you to the comp pick formula. 179th overall. That coming in. I believe there was the Morgan Moses loss. They have 1 6th-round pick. Remember, that was part of the trade with Gino Smith to give up one of their 6 and move back to the 7th. So they have 194th overall in the 6th round. And then now they have 2 7th-round picks, 228th overall and 241st overall, as it's currently stated. We'll see if there are more trades to come, whether the Jets get into the wide receiver trade market or is there something else. But these are all the picks that they have available. I am totally cool taking a quarterback of, whether it's Drew Alar or go down your rabbit hole of, Carson Beck, as Johnny Boy's a big fan of.
No.
Go through any of these guys. I'm totally open to. Let's get back to the phone lines here. A lot of phone calls here. Lou B, Super Jets fan, baby, is going to be with us down there in Pittsburgh for the draft.
Look at Lou B.
What's up, my guys?
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me good?
Oh, yeah, loud and clear.
Yeah. All right. So a few things to say. Good morning and congratulations on your 500.
Thanks, Lou.
And this is a small topic. I think Wentz wasn't promised quarterback 3. I think they're moving off of JJ, and maybe he's getting promised quarterback 2. And then, with Kyler's injury history, maybe he realizes he'll be quarterback 1 pretty soon over in Minnesota. That's just a theory, but
just a quick question.
Not
question, just statement. Carson Wentz to the Vikings is not official. That's just a rumor, but there is something out there. So I just wanted to sprinkle that in. Go ahead, Luby. Yes.
Yeah. So just thinking that I think they're moving off of JJ, but one thing about being a Jets fan is Murphy's Law, and being a Jets fan is almost the same thing. So exactly what happened this year, no quarterback in pick 2, right? Mendoza, second pick, and there's 1 quarterback. Next year, that's exactly what's going to happen, and we're going to even prove it more when we have 3 picks, and every team in between our pick needs a quarterback, and we're going around. I don't know, but I know, because that's exactly what's going to happen with next year's draft. So us counting on next year to be the answer for quarterback is just crazy. We have to figure out quarterback this year as far as a rookie, I think. And there's no reason that Frank Wright and this new quarterback coach were brought in to coach up Gino Smith. No, they're looking for a rookie. I don't know who that rookie is. I like Ty Simpson. I like Cole Payton. But I think Frank and the quarterback coach have someone in mind, and they know they have a GM that knows what the fuck he's doing to go out and get that quarterback. That's what I think is going to happen. I actually know next year we're going to be screwed again. But the one thing that they can't stop us from, maybe next year, if we're looking for a quarterback, is maybe Jeremiah. And I don't mean Love, I mean Smith. Because next year, the big winner, the freak of next year's draft is absolutely Jeremiah Smith. And that's the guy we need. As obsessed as I am with Love this year, my freak list next year starts with Jeremiah Smith. And if everyone has, guys, if you have not seen Jeremiah Smith, please go and look at Ohio State's best receiver. Carnell Tate is good, but he is not Jeremiah Smith. And that's what I'm thinking for next year, that we use one of those 3s to get him and not really a quarterback.
Don't we have his cousin? Don't we have his cousin?
Who's his cousin?
We do. His cousin name is Gino Smith.
Ah, yes. Okay.
That would be incredible.
Hey, Luby, let me ask you this, right? Because you've been on the Ty Simpson stuff as well, right? And you know that at one point, Drew Alar was way better than Ty Simpson.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and if you could get a Ty Simpson that was supposed to be, if you get a Drew Alar that's supposed to be better than Ty Simpson, but you could get him way later, would you not want that?
So, I work in Atlantic City, which a lot of people from Penn State come there all the time. And even last night I was with a bunch of different fans of, Eagle fans and shit, but who I hate. So they don't like they think he sucks. So for whatever reason, a lot of Penn State people, even the girls, like, oh, Drew sucks. Like they think he sucks for whatever reason. I like Ty. I think Ty is going to be a good quarterback in the league. And when he did the Jets chant and it sounded authentic, that was all you need for a guy like me to buy in. I like Ty Simpson, and I hope they trade and get him. I wouldn't use 16, but I would come back because pick 33 is probably more powerful than the last 3 picks in the first round, because you can maneuver that thing to so many people. So I think and I hope we hear that noise and they come back and get him.
Okay, which again, there'd be a double dip of noise. There'd be 2 noises we would hear. We would hear, followed up by live honey boy. Oh
yeah, we're going ape shit, guys. Like I'm going.
If that happens, of course I am.
Nuts. I cannot wait till draft day and hope everyone comes to the draft. Join us. We're going to be in a giant huddle there. Jake is doing his party there at McFadden's at 12 o'clock on Thursday. It's going to be incredible. I really hope as many of you can make your way to the draft. Like I said, book a hotel a little far, 30 minutes out, so you're not spending any additional money. The draft is free. The draft party, you can come in for free. Come to the draft, guys. This is a chance of a lifetime.
100%.
Hey, Luby, are we gonna put BG on our shoulder, right? And we're just gonna to get us on TV, man, somehow.
If they how's this? If they draft up to 2, let's just put it this way: if they take Jeremiah Love at 2, we're gonna throw BG onto the stage. we'll take him.
Yeah,
we'll fling him on the jersey.
And Love will come up. We'll take a picture.
Oh my God, I would love.
Let's go.
I would go nuts. But you guys have a great day. Congratulations.
Thanks.
But just remember, Murphy's Law and Jet fans is one and the same. Do not count on next year's draft to be our answer for quarterback.
Luby, get Murphy's Law out of your mouth. Stop it.
But it's okay because we have to fight. We have to fight for what we get. Yeah. That's why we're going to have to come in and use our pick, use our capital. Our GM is smarter than Murphy's Law. So that's what he already knows that. That's why he's doing all these depth pieces. That's why we're going into the draft, filling every hole so that we could pick the best player available. Our GM says, I know what I have to do. He's preparing us for that. That's why I think they're going to get a receiver before we go into the draft. So at 16, they're not pigeonholed. That's why we had on the board that offensive guy. And now all of a sudden in the mock drafts, he's coming out of that spot at 16. Why? Because our GM went out and got this guy from the Raiders. We're filling holes before we get to the draft so we can pick the best possible player. That's what he's doing. It's so obvious. You guys have a great day. Go Jets.
There he is, Lou B, joining us here on the program. All right, let's get one last caller, and it's one of the best. Devin, a.k.a. DNY for life.
Devin, what's
good morning. Brother? Good morning. What's good, brothers? Hey, congratulations, guys. Just worldwide.
Hold on. Can we put this man full screen? He has the Fusion shirt on right now, okay? like, can we do
Fusion, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Right there.
Look at that.
That's
nice.
right. That's how we do that.
Vegeta, Goku. Nice. Look at that.
Yes, sir. Yes,
hey,
sir.
Can anybody name the guy that they turn into when they fusion?
Is it? Wait. Let me think.
Is it Ryu? Hayuken?
That's definitely just told Snowball's age.
Yeah, definitely. What is it? I don't know. Gogeta? Like what? I don't remember.
Is
that
it? Yeah, it's Gogeta. Yeah.
Oh, thank God. Okay, there we go. Nice. One of my favorite is Cell or Majin Buu was great. Cell was like, man, I hated that guy, but like he would like just freaking absorb people and suck up their powers. I was like, Jesus, no, don't. Oh yeah, Dragon Ball Z. I got to go back and watch that with the kids. That's what I got to feed them. Stop watching all their garbage they're watching now. Let's watch some Dragon Ball Z. Let's go. That's it.
It's so much to watch. Hey man, it's been a great discussion this morning. I was like, I've been listening since earlier. I was getting a little time on the treadmill in, but I just want to say though, man, like I just had to call in because Lou B, great point too. Like I think next year, Jeremiah Smith, man, like oh my goodness, that kid is the wide receiver I would love to have. I'm gonna go back, and then I would love, man, if we could take This is what I would love if we took Drew Aller at 44. I would love that because he was a first round pick, and just think we could have him sit for like a year, maybe even 2 years, and to learn he has all the traits, and if he sat for 2 years behind Gino, because I think Gino is going to do well this year, man. I really do. I think he's going to really do really well. I don't want to predict any amount of games, but I think he's going to do well enough that we're going to say, hey, let's give him another shot for another year, and just I don't know how that's going to look. My biggest thing, though, at 2, I am so torn between Arvell Reese and Sonny Styles, man. And absolutely. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Snowball. Absolutely. Never let go, brother. Never let go, because there's going to be a lot of people that's going to be regretting that, not holding on to that rope. But, the thing that I get with Sonny Styles, bro, is the thing that takes him a tick for me just over Arvell Reese. This is what I see: leadership. It's this quality of leadership and how he takes everything like seriously and so passionate. You know what I mean? And I think what I liken him to is a modern day Ray Lewis, like getting everybody lined up, getting everybody in the right situation, having that locker room in control to where you're not stepping out of line. And then him to learn from Davis, like that would be like next level to me. And I think I like Arvell Reese, but I always go back to this too. I think about what edge rusher that we've seen in the league that was the true leader of a locker room. I'm talking about edge. Not too many, right? Like I could think of like maybe Michael Strahan, was sort of a leader, but he was kind of a quiet leader. And I think you need that we need that mouthpiece in the locker room that's not going to have guys slip up and woe is me. I hate this woe is me. Anything gets negative and they go, that whole woe is me. And I think that's what I think for Sonny Styles, that I think that's what he would bring to the Jets is to take that characteristic away from these dudes. You know what I mean? So that's why I think I go him a little bit higher than Arvell Reese. But I love Arvell Reese too. I think it's just so much. There's so much there with him as well. I don't know. What you guys think?
I just don't think we can go wrong. And maybe that's those are fateful words that will be replayed one day in 5 years. And we totally went wrong. It just feels like, again, Sonny Styles, phenomenal. Arvell Reese, phenomenal. All these guys that are being considered. I haven't heard a name yet at 2 that's realistic, that I'm like, oh. Like everyone, I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense. That's clearly a thing. So
listen to Sonny Styles' interview at the Combine, and just
oh my God,
listen
to his mama, for God's sakes, at the Combine. That was
the
way
awesome.
That
man speaks about football, and
there's a seriousness.
He's not like
there.
An Einstein.
Right. It's just 100%. So to me, that's the overall take, is I don't think they could go wrong, which is good news for Jet fans, because there's been a lot of years we've been at the top of the draft and there have been risks taken and then they don't work out, and they're devastating because, you're giving that person, as Rich Cimini said previously, $50 million, and basically all of that's guaranteed. That can screw you for a long time if you get this wrong. If you get it right, it can be accelerant on everything you got going on and take you to the moon, the stars, and everywhere else. So go ahead, boys.
Yeah, I mean, BG, that's the thing, right? Like, we're in a position where if we get any of these players, I feel like we're gonna be happy regardless of who dude. Even the Ruben Bain conversation, okay, I feel like he's another person that is just forgotten about and it's not being talked about. Dude, I loved his interview when he came in and said, "I'm a monster." Bro, He did not care how his shape up looked like. Okay, because if I'm gonna be honest, dude, that dude is like, I was like, damn, I was like, yo, somebody help my man go to get a quick shape up, okay? But then you see the film on.
He had no care, yeah,
dude. He's like, I'm a football player. I don't care. Whoever gets me, they're getting a playmaker. I'm a baller, okay? Trust me, I'm going to make it hell for the quarterback. Bro, the dude's bend is crazy. I don't know if you guys have seen it. His bend, like, I feel like, holy shit, this dude's kneecap is about to break. Like, why is his kneecap not breaking? It's sick. So
I just don't know how he fits with the 4-3 or the 3-4 though. You know what I mean? I think of him more as a 4-3 guy. And I definitely see Salah grabbing him for the Titans. Like I
fourth
definitely see that.
overall,
But I do agree with you. I think he's a monster, bro. I feel like he's a problem. But I think we need. I go back to that, and I think Ruben Bain would be a leader. Has that leader characteristic. I do think that he has that as well. But I don't see that from Arvell Reese, though. I don't really see that. I see the talent. I see but I think that's where we're like Sonny Styles just being just a notch above him for me. That's just, I don't know. What you think, Snowball? I didn't get your take on that.
Listen, for our defense, for where we're going, and it seems as though we're kind of like going to be we're going to be a hybrid defense when you really think about it, right? You're either a big fat guy on the defensive line, or you're a laser beam. So Sonny Styles being a kind of like a tank that's a laser beam is where I would lean, because he is that hybrid. He's that guy who can shoot the gap, get around the edge, take up some space, not miss a tackle, like smart director in back of the line. Like all I see is positives for this kid. So if it's not Styles at 2, am I going to be disappointed? No, there's a lot of other really good football players who'd be taken at the 2 position, but for me, that's my choice.
And that's what I mean. Like with Sonny Styles, just to say no to him because he's a linebacker, like I think it's wild. Dude, we need players, bro. Like we need guys that are going to change this culture that they're trying to change in the locker room itself. Yeah. And if you're telling me you're putting this, bro, I could even have the conversation to you guys and say Caleb Downs. If they have Caleb Downs as their number 1 guy on the board itself, okay, but you don't want him because it's a safety, bro. When that dude shoots the gap, yo, it is crazy. It's a heat-seeking missile, bro. Like he does not miss tackles. Bro. And I can so for that guy. I was like, again, I would not be upset if whichever way they go. I like Reese a lot. I could say how nasty Reese is. Reese is another game changer as well. He should be talked about at number 2. But then I say the same thing about Sonny. The one that I'm kind of like this is Bailey. If I'm being honest with you, that's my take on that. Like I'm not all the way sold on Bailey.
Again, it's
like
assistant fit. Right?
Exactly,
it's gotta be assistant fit. Phil said it before in the chat, and I just wanted to bring it up that is it Styles and Reese? Did they benefit from each other? That's Phil.
Why don't you stop quoting him and just turn to him for God's sake?
Okay, Phil, please let us know.
Honestly, that was not my comment.
Oh, that wasn't you?
Oh, no, wow. Way to misrepresent. That happens all the damn time here in 2026.
I just give credit to the knowledgeable ones. So,
well, I appreciate it, and I actually I don't recall who said it, but I did see that comment, and yeah, I mean, but honestly, I just wanted to jump on real quick and just say how happy I am for you guys to get to the 500. Paul, it says a lot about you that you've helped these guys so much. That's what's awesome about all of this, like Jet community stuff. It really is. It's just so cool. I'm so glad that 2 years ago on a walk, I stumbled across Boy Green Daily on Spotify. I'm happy to be a small part of this thing this week. I was, all about tell your friends, tell your family, tell somebody. It just keeps growing and it's great. And I thought you guys were wrapping it up, and I just wanted to say that before you called it a day.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump off too, fellas. Great, hey Phil, man, you always dropping knowledge. I appreciate you, brother. And man, I hope to one day see you and be chopping it up with you.
The tailgate,
all the tailgate, man. I would love that, man. It would be awesome, bro. And all you guys, man, Bill, you are awesome too, bro. I appreciate all you guys, man. I just want to get off here, let somebody else talk.
Thanks,
but
Devin.
Phil, what is your thought? I'm gonna jump off, but can you give me your thoughts on Sonny Styles? Appreciate it.
I have no problem with Styles at number 2. I've been saying this like since February. I want to have a defense that gets after the opposing quarterback. I think the quickest way to become competitive in this league is a ferocious defense. I want quarterbacks running for their life. I want every play to feel like a jailbreak for the opposing quarterback. I want guys throwing the ball away, taking sacks instead of running for first and picking up 3rd and 17s. I just want to go after the quarterback. So I like the approach.
Hell yeah.
Right, beautiful. Well, Philium, thank you so much for the kind words, and thank you for
Bill's
you
the
say
man.
small. Yeah, you say you're small
Thanks,
part, a
Phil.
very modest man, but your technique of getting people to say, "Hey, man, get your friends, family, and everything," I think that clearly expanded the numbers for a lot of different people in this community. So great idea, and thank you so much. And I know there's another idea. Again, I've been teasing it forever. That's cooking behind the scenes. It's if you're in a tunnel, you're like, wait a second, is there a light there? There is a light to another idea that I think is going to rock the very foundation of Boy Green Daily, and that is a big Philium special coming up. So I'm looking forward to that, Philium.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, Phil.
I look forward to it as well. Peace, guys. Have a great Sunday.
There he is. And
Thank you,
let's
Phil.
get some Bill action here on the
Bill.
show.
Bill, I'm not gonna. I'm not
going, guys.
Bill, I'm not gonna lie, man. I was very scared for a few moments. I didn't know what was going on. When you
About what? What happened?
Let's go Mets. I see the Mets.
let's
Oh,
go
there
Mets.
you go.
Yeah, let's go
There you
Mets.
go.
LGM. What's up,
Yeah,
pal?
we'll be back in the playoffs this year, thank God.
There you go. Nice.
In case we've forgotten, Lawrence Taylor was also a linebacker who was able to rush the passer. And to me, Styles or Reese have the athleticism and the and pretty much all the God-given gifts where they can, from a 3-4 defense, give you that same type of pass rush and versatility just to play any kind of defense to frustrate the opposing offenses, which is what we want. As far as quarterback goes, no Ty Simpson. Unless he falls to day 3, where maybe then I would consider it. Cole Payton is my man. And one other quarterback, I've mentioned him before. He unfortunately plays for a 2nd division school, which is Morehead State. Jack Strand. He's a kid who's 6'5", 240. Is a very good athlete from what I've seen on all the reports. He also has a heck of an arm, and I believe he's thrown for over 6,000 yards the last 2 years with Morehead State. So he's someone to at least consider. Maybe he might become an undrafted free agent. I'd be all right with that. Not a problem if we get him. But we do have other options at quarterback besides Ty for this year anyway, until finally when next year rolls around. If the quarterback room is that strong, it doesn't matter if we end up finishing 3rd or 18th, we should be able to get one of those quarterbacks.
Which would be lovely to get one of those quarterbacks. I think we've all been hoping for it forever, Bill. So let's hope that perhaps we can finally end the madness and the vicious cycle.
Yeah, speaking of that, I'm sure that your significant other wants you to get going already to that diner.
She does. So thank you for saying that, because I think if you hear that sound, it's very faint. It's almost like you pick up a seashell in the ocean, you put it up here, you hear the water. It's a knife sharpening. And I don't think it's for eating the food, if you guys catch my drift. But Bill, I want to thank you so much for jumping on. A fun show, a very long show, but a very fun show.
Yeah.
And appreciate you jumping on, pal.
And congratulations on your 500th, gentlemen.
Thank you, Bill. We appreciate
Keep
you, man.
it going. Keep it going.
We won't stop.
That's it.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Let's go Mets, Bill.
There you go.
Mets.
So, wow, everybody, a historic show, clearly. And you have people saying, 24-hour stream. Yeah, that will be the last stream I ever do, if that is the case. My fiance will make sure of that. There's 600 people in the room. I want to thank everybody for joining us. If you're listening on the audio-only version, I can only imagine what kind of a wild hayride that just was. But thank you, no matter what. We have 600 people in the room, including over 100 on YouTube. If you want to do a favor, you got a real kick out of the show, a laugh, information, whatever the case, like the video on the way out. that would do tremendous to get this Jet show in front of other Jet fans out there in the universe, which we really appreciate. We have over 150 likes already. Also, again, a big milestone is looming for this channel, which is super cool. That is 8,500, which we are now 18 subscribers away from 8,500, which is awesome in my chase to get 10K. That's going to be like one of the craziest moments of my life if and when that happens, which is awesome. So hit that subscribe button and tell a friend. Boys, fun show. I'm glad we're able to do this live on the show. That makes it even cooler to me. I can't wait for the Friday episode where super chats and a mystery box and God knows what. That's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah, thank you for I'll use all the innuendos and all those crazy things. Thank you for taking us to climax. Thank you for deflowering us publicly. Bring us to the 500 mark. Without you, this probably would not have happened. So a deepest thanks to you and to your pops and everyone involved. Thank you to your wife for being patient.
Yes,
and waiting for the diner food, to your kids for starving in the background and waiting for daddy to feed them. So everyone involved, I would really like to thank you. And the music can play me off.
Okay, there you go. All right, Johnny boy, any final thoughts?
Yeah, first off, would like to say thank you to everybody. There is no Jets Worldwide without Snowball, so I want to give a lot of credit to Snowball. Snowball does so much stuff in the back that he never talks about, and he should. This guy is a animal. Okay, if you guys ever want to see the difference on how the show runs, there's a show that I did, and I was by myself. Okay, and it looked like it was bad. Okay, Excel sheet wasn't working. We could keep going and talking about it. So Snowball, I want to say thank you to everybody that's had a hand in helping us get to this point. Thank you so much. And then Boy Green, you've been championing us for a while, continuing to put us here, giving us this platform to come onto your show and be able to fully support us and truly believe in what we're trying to do. Thank you, man. Like it's just like what Snowball just said. There is no Jets Worldwide without you being a huge part of it, man. So thank you. And everybody else too that's had a hand in there. You know, like we've built a community. And I have to say that I am always making everybody climax. So you're welcome.
Wow. Okay. Well, there you have it. And what a beautiful way to remind you that me and Johnny Boy are going to be in the same hotel room in just a matter of about 5 weeks. So take that where you will. God bless everybody.
Things that I am not jealous of. I'm not jealous of that one bit. You guys can have at it.
Snowball time.
Jesus Christ. God bless everybody. Take care, and perhaps we'll see you next time. Thanks.